Now, it's kind of funny, the webcam makes it look backwards. Like the S on the field. I don't know how to fix that. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to travel down that road. Yeah, that's the least of our problems right now. I have not. No. I got here and we had no electricity. I thought, but I figured it out. So don't panic. There's millions of me. All right, man. We're all set. So me and Tony gonna get rolling here in a minute. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a quick mic check. We'll live for a second. So we'll wait a couple minutes before we do that so we can get on. All right. Good deal. All right. Thanks. No need it. Bye.
We got a big Oh, no, still, man. He goes back to the 7. Got the batteries. Sprite, so I can roll. I went to Pittsburgh. It's one of the most amazing. Like they know still. It's not just it's not a big party. It's a party. Which we flew. We got there. What about the Franco Harris? Yeah, I thought Franco Harris. Oh my God! Look, they pictures by willing to. I remember that. Only Tag is here. Tag was up for the quarterback position. Here's the end. Yeah, he's the tight. Wait, you'll confuse him and Elliott. So he plays both.
There may be some other things. So we usually look at it. So well, that's skewed here.
How much it was? That's why I'm saying Ben had Skinner's playing football. What about the keeper?
Assuming have
Right. That's right. Give me somebody else.
So, yeah, all right, so did, one guy.
Oh, I remember. He made a million. Was it LeBron? Austin Tremont.
Hey, did you get my text?
There you go.
Have you heard from him? Well, he hadn't been to Farrell's yet, so I don't know where he's at.
He's still at God Brands. And he said him and Robert are staying. They're not leaving at 3.
Did he get all the texts? Because I just sent him. I sent him Fairfield or Fenwood, and then
He said I just sent him some texts. So it's all good.
okay, yeah, Fenwood, and then East Hale, and now Monroe Street.
So we'll see what happens.
They want done.
All right.
I guess there's rain coming tonight.
It's cloudy. I didn't know it was gonna rain.
What you doing?
I just left Walmart. Fixing to go see if the place the boat was still open. Go put up our mailbox.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
And then it's asked a lot of you. I need to go by Kelly's aunt's house and drop off a birthday present for
Don't quote me. Don't say I said.
Yeah. Did you see the pictures I sent you from Wheel Drive?
yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, that's the one over there by McMurray Park. See how they're all coming off?
I give him a hard time.
Yeah.
I think y'all are doing that at night.
Maybe so.
And I told Juan that y'all were trying to get it done that night. So you may want to tell them to go by there and fix that.
What is that? Is that a trailer or a house?
That's that big house off of.
All right, we're gonna go mic check.
by McMurray.
See how we're sounding here. Mitch Red, Tony Tremonti here, pregame. We are about 30 minutes away from kickoff here at Matt Walker Stadium. Getting a little mic check in, 35 minutes. We're going to go live on YouTube channel. If you follow the YouTube channel, if you see us on Facebook, you can go to YouTube, subscribe. It's free. Pick up the game. Better yet, the game will be broadcast live on CPSB TV with our TV production class, high school students with various camera angles, and it should be very good. So, Tony Tremonti, is your mic working?
Check, check, check. Yes, sir.
I can hear you great. Can you hear me?
Fantastic. Yeah, hear you
All
loud
right.
and clear.
Okay. Well, the teams are warming up. We're about 35 minutes away from kickoff. We're going to mute the mics. We'll leave the camera going and just spread the word. We're here kind of short notice. Didn't know if we'd be here today or not, but we are. We're going to bring the game to you, and we're super excited about it. So
Good to be back.
It is awesome to be back. So,
Even though there's a small crowd, it's electric.
It'll
can
be
feel
fun.
it.
Yeah.
It's fun. Don Martin, you're missing it. You're missing it, Don.
Yeah, without Don,
Kyle.
without Kyle, we're going to get Walter Benson at halftime. He's going to come in and pinch hit for Tony in the second half. So we'll
Happy
bring you
birthday
the.
to Cruz, my baby, 7 years old.
That's a priority, man.
Oh, I know.
Got to do it. Yeah.
Pawpaw forgot, but Pawpaw's going to be there.
All right, we're gonna go off the air, and we're gonna go off the air, and we'll come back right prior to kickoff. I'd guess maybe 10 minutes prior to kickoff. We'll come back on the air with a little pregame information. So everybody, take care. Spread the word. Let everybody know we're out here. Okay, I think that mutes us. I don't know if Pam found her. She hasn't come back with her.
Can you see if it's hooked up? Like if we're synced up? Oh, can you watch it on here? Oh, okay, you can see that.
So I'm going to turn this because also.
See, there's a glare.
Yeah, that's what. There's also a chat function.
This is Don and I go through.
Oh yeah, dude, I can eat some in there.
We go through about a bag a game. Oh, they have a dark chocolate though.
I love it.
So how do we look the other day, man?
I wasn't here. For the red slide game?
Yeah.
No, I didn't make it. Did you come to it?
Mm-mm. I was working. I mean, who are our big? I'm assuming Clark's at quarterback, right?
I think. Man, I got some stuff here. You got to remember, I'm kind of anal about information.
I just got to talk.
So, I got in bed. I listened to last year the Sam Houston game. It was me and Blake McCaskill. That's when we were the only ones available, and that's the only game that I did play-by-play on.
Yeah.
So last couple nights I got in bed and I turned on that game just to listen and kind of get a feel for. So I got series information. Hey, did you like my shout out to George's House of Flowers in the Cabbage Patch? George's House of Flowers Red Zone. When you think you're about to score, call George's House of Flowers. They'll get you to me. I don't think we can say that.
Yeah, you can.
I'll let you say it.
We're on the internet. I'll say it for sure.
I did. Look, this was me being with my wife out of town. That's something to do. I thought, all right, if there's a big hit, we can say, hey, a big hit's brought to you by Bison Coating and Foam, Basic Pivot.
Yeah.
They're tough and durable, insulation, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Most of our kids need a haircut. We can make a reference to that. Hey, third and long, need some real estate. Call Exit.
Exit really?
Carl Vincent. I didn't know what to do with him, but we'll talk about Carl. So those two are together. KG Monograms. If you get a good pass breakup, need tour gear, we got you covered. Talk about the field and how good it looks.
Carl Vincent can be, or is that Allstate? Good hands,
Big
people.
man, that's Allstate. Yeah, I'm talking about
Dang
that.
it.
Because I've always wanted in baseball. I tried to get Billy Bro when he was with Allstate.
Yeah.
To do a sponsorship where he would say that, hey, if somebody made a great play in the field, hey, that good hands play is brought to you by Billy Bro Allstate or whatever. So what I'd like to do is put this where you can see it and kind of see if anybody comments or whatever.
Yeah.
Come help me.
What you got?
exactly one.
Plug yourself in there. We're live, Pam.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the mics are muted, but we went ahead and started our stream.
Okay. So I'm gonna have one. So. Okay, so I can.
I cannot wait for these guys to start.
We're going to go live for just a moment here back on the air. We're plugged into CPSB TV on Facebook. I don't know if you guys are listening, Pam Dixon, but just want to do a sound check. So let us know what we need to do. Hey, we got good news, I got bad. Good news, I really want to buy some. Bad news, though, is I'm not buying that many. That's all I've got. So Tony Smite's going to buy me a couple. There we go.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
No problem. Yeah, we are. We're muted right now, but we're live.
On YouTube.
Teenager walks in and goes, "Oh, live on YouTube." I'm looking at it going, "Yeah, I think we're live."
How
Tell
do
me
you
your
go?
name.
Jace Kaiser.
Jace Kaiser. Are you Jason's boy? Okay. What's your name?
Slade Fiesler.
Oh, I know you.
How can you tell we're on YouTube? Are we on YouTube?
That says it's the YouTube sign over there.
Oh, okay.
So if somebody go ahead and get that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I would have bought 100 of them if I had anything else but 100.
There you go. Thank
All right. We'll let Mr. Tony and I decide who gets this money if we win.
Where are you guys at?
We're at Dalery's house. We're getting ready to leave her house.
Okay.
Is it called 4318 Freon Bluff?
Yep. It's off of you know where Hormies is? Country Club Road.
I know Country Club Road, but what part of Country Club Road?
You go get on Country Club and go all the way towards the end.
Big Lake Road.
Past Cormy, you pass up Big Lake Road, keep going straight. Pre and Bluff is the first or second street to the right past Big Lake Road.
Okay. That used to be the old trash dump. that
That's
built
right.
this house on?
Yep.
Okay. Is it on the right hand side or the left?
Right hand side, Pre and Bluff Road. And I want to say it's like the 5th or 6th house on the right once you turn on the Pregame bluff.
Okay. All right.
Okay?
All right. I'll talk to you in a little while.
All right, bud.
He's a leader. He's good at it. He's committed to the play. Oh, that was that's not state. He graduated.
Something not working.
I'm not getting anything. I'm not sure why.
Well, we can't.
Oh, those are. I'm not gonna touch anything. Those are probably inputs. Okay, so. Let me just stick a. If I can pick her up okay on the move. This is mine.
Yeah, what you got?
Yeah, I think those are inputs, not outputs. I think I needed a big thing for an output.
Sam, I went
Yeah.
live and
Okay.
sound check.
So far, no. I think these are inputs. So I'm going to try them. I think I need
Go in one of those.
probably, but I don't have that with me. That's probably what I wish I would have grabbed. Let me see. You're pretty loud in here, aren't you? I'll see how this. I'm gonna.
Try that.
I'll just set up a direct mic with you guys. Let's see. What's a good place where
You can set it anywhere.
would that move? Or y'all gonna be moving some stuff here?
That we may move that around a little bit.
Yeah, you know.
Since we're hooked up with you guys, we really just run that just because we're on YouTube Live. Nobody's
Y'all
gonna
are
watch
using.
We're not using that.
What?
No, I'm
This
just
thing,
trying-
are we?
No, we're not using that.
I'm trying to see. There's just a way to pop this up.
I'm gonna squeeze it real quick.
So you need that room. Y'all gonna be touching this and changing some
I tell you what, if you want to put it here,
I'm not touching
Tony's
anything.
louder than me.
Oh, yeah,
I
I'll
don't
call
mean
that.
I don't mean
okay.
that anything other than in the loving sense.
Maybe we can just share this thing.
If you
Some
wanna,
of the
I'll
stuff
see
you
it
might not want to hear.
I'll
me
have to
say.
get.
now, yeah. So
That's perfect
how do
right
we
there.
mute that? Because every once in a while we mute our
Oh.
stuff. I mean, we're not the same
Let me think.
Well, look, when do y'all mute? Well, y'all are live streaming. Y'all are. So how do I just?
15 minutes. I think well, here's some. I'll just replay later. It's, well, since y'all did it more, next time I'll do it.
Pop that in.
Oh.
You want to hear it over here?
It's gonna be sequence food. I mean, I can get, we just give it a try. If it works, it works. If not, I'll just have to pick up Magnus for now. I mean, y'all are still streaming something on the right?
We are.
On radio or through internet. So somebody's.
We're on YouTube.
No, I'm not up yet.
Is this a school board?
No, that's that.
That's what. Oh, that's interesting.
That's our go-to.
Do we have a camera back there?
It's just sitting
So we won't be able to see the end.
off button.
No, unfortunately, that one doesn't. I have those in the classroom again. I would probably, if y'all just, you're going to be needing to mute a lot. I mean, if you really want to, just unplug it, and if it's not working, I'll come like I can hear. So we'll give a. There is probably the
Plug
left.
it in over here.
I've got it. Let's see. I'll tell you what. If you're okay running it straight through the middle, I have this.
Oh, that's right. You're not plugging into our.
No, because I don't have the
That's
right.
right. I got you. You're good.
Yeah, the connection we were looking at, I think, is your input, not your output. So
Okay.
I got something.
If I knew a little more about it, it would be more help.
Yeah, I'll get. I'll have my help next time.
Tony,
Do you want this in the middle, or that you're good right now? We'll just see.
Okay.
I think it'll work. I think you'll.
You might. Let's see. Oh, so you can. Let's see. How far does that come in? Okay, next thing I do is invest in a little stand for it. Because it is, I think the pattern is, I think, we'll see. We'll just see how it goes.
Just.
We're all
So we're-
please, and you're
So you've got our. It's going to come through. It's just a matter of how it's going to
It should come through because it's a direct line. So as soon as I'm gonna go.
We go live in a minute.
Yeah.
We'll be on YouTube and you'll be getting there.
Okay.
And if it sounds good,
You
let's
got
roll.
your phone out. Like,
I do,
like
yes,
this.
ma'am.
You're gonna go live about when?
I'm going to about 5 minutes.
Yeah, by the time I get set up, I'll just.
And we'll just start. And
Yeah, if I don't hear you in like 5-10 minutes, then I'll figure out what you see.
Gotcha. You range. You stay way too relaxed.
Hey, we're going to say what we're going to say. And, you know, it's.
You can talk about the street.
What street? What do we have here?
These.
Serious Sulphur leads 41-15. We're on a 10 game. 10 games the longest. 47 or nothing. Ooh.
Scored last year. Like, usually right
See, I don't know. Don and I were doing those other games.
Say on that? Oh, no, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't have it on there.
Okay, coaching staff, I'll give you coaching staff. I'll do the administration. We need to do that. That 19 results, we lost 11-10 at Lafayette last year.
We lost last year, 11-10.
Yeah. Really? Projected starters. You have some of this, but
Oh, no, I got all that right here. Hey,
you don't. So you don't have the series information that I gave you.
No, this
That's
is-
something I brought.
so we lost 11-10.
Yep. That's in what they gave us. All right, so we got the school information. We got last year's projected starters. Do you like write down
Yeah,
big
right.
plays like, hey, there's
Yeah, dude.
that 40-yard touchdown
I tried
pass.
to, because then we go back and we talk about like the play of the game. Yeah.
There's key things that happen.
I don't see anything on here about Towery. But I saw something over here. This says head football coach.
Okay, like last year's stats, I'll put those over here if we need them.
Well, I'm pretty much speaking the level that I talk. I don't know about you. The experiment will go on, I guess, with the microphone. And Pam, I was covered up. I was being COVID correct with my mask on, but I'm going to take that off and I'll expose Mitch.
Let's see, our mics are muted. Mitch has been exposed.
Mitch is that I think she's on there.
Yeah.
So
Okay, did she text me?
yeah, she said speak at your normal level. Here she is.
All right, so I'm going to unplug for a second just to do it, just to see how it happens.
Let me scoot over. She said the closer to the mic, the better.
So what, we'll go on in about a minute or two,
Yeah,
talk about hurricanes and
sure.
COVID and coaching changes.
Yep.
I talked to Towery earlier before the game, got a little information from you, not a lot, talk about that. And then things will start happening on the field. We got school information, and we can just chat, just throw out information. Coaching staff, projected starters, we can do that.
We can start right now. Doesn't matter to me.
There. Get this right here. Stand up. Not being able to see real crazy. I'm trying to boost your seat. All right, you ready?
Let's go.
One more drink of water. Wait, little music, little intro music. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. It's got to be from Brother Kyle Medier.
Kyle Medier hooking us up with the intro music. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Matt Walker Stadium. Excited to say today is the first game of the season for the Sulphur Golden Tours. Mitch Red, Tony Tremonti here. We're 9 minutes and 12 seconds from kickoff. And Tony, we are some kind of excited that we are playing football today. How about you?
Yep. A lot's changed. Things look a little different. We survived Laura and Delta. Very minor damage to the stadium. It really looks good. They had some light banks down, but that's been taken care of by the school board. Want to thank them. Have a little issue with a thing called COVID still.
Tony, here come the Golden Tours. They kind of caught us by surprise there.
No, they look good. Got the American flag. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Is that Jake Bawani carrying that? Who's
That's
who is that?
So Gavin Elliott led us
Burton?
out, and let's see who was
That was
carrying that flag. It was
Daniel
Simeon was
number one, right?
it was number one. I think it is Daniel Burton. It is Daniel Burton, the senior defensive back. Again, we're 8.5 minutes from kickoff. And Tony, the Tours they're fired up. They're ready to play. They got out here a little early and ready to go. So I'll get back to where you were before they came running out.
Just a little COVID issue. So we're short. It's just Mitch and I today. Walter will be in it in the second half. So normally we'd have more than two people up here kind of expressing their views, but also on the sidelines, you'll see some differences in the stands. Lots changed since last year. We've gone from Cecil, Coach Thomas, to Coach Towery, and just want to give Coach Towery a nod because things haven't gone well this school year and things are kind of out of sorts. But during Hurricane Laura and Delta, I think he endeared himself to the community. Coach was out there filling sandbags with the football team and helping people clear their yards, just, doing everything he can to help the community that he's just become a part of. And, that's what it takes. We didn't have football for the first few weeks, and now we're into it. And I think the people really appreciate that. He's brought in some really good coaching hires here. Joe Judge with the wide receivers. Coach Kirby came back. He's still going to take over as the offensive coordinator.
We're going to have some curb appeal on that offense.
And I think we got Coach David Trahan. He's over here now coaching the defense side of the ball. So yeah, we're looking good. I think it's a good turnout. The boys look good. Always, we still have Coach Fusel there. So and Million.
That's that experience.
So Millions here, Coach Bouse with the computer expertise, but the crowd looks good.
Yeah, it's good COVID crowd here. Band, it's kind of different seeing the band across the way.
Side.
You may be able to see that on our camera. Folks, we're broadcasting on YouTube, the Tornado Radio Network YouTube channel. We have a webcam up here. It's not the greatest. The idea is that you can hear us and see a little bit, but also CPSB TV on Facebook is broadcasting the game. That's the TV production class at Sulphur High. A bunch of young men and women that are learning how to do some really cool things, and they are manning the cameras. Usually we have several different camera angles throughout the game, and that's a great place to watch the game and get a much better look, and you should get our audio on that as well. Tony, I had a chance to talk to Coach Towery. I was looking down at my thing. We do have team captains out on the field. Number 54,
Ridge
Markintel, captain for Sulphur. They've had Sulphur won the toss and looks like it's deferred. Lafayette's going to receive, and Sulphur's going to be defending the north end zone. Coach Towery, he got here under some interesting circumstances, and then there was a coronavirus, and then there was a hurricane, then another hurricane. And he told me that he's here to win a lot of football games. Today, he's here to play a football game. And part of what he says, he appreciated so much that when they started the first practice after Hurricane Laura, 90 kids showed up for practice. Huge commitment to the program. Got to give him. He doesn't take credit for that, but you got to give him credit for having those kids ready.
Well, not just a great coach, but a great mentor to the young men. So we're going to pause just 1 second. We'll stay on air while we do the pledge and the invocation.
I went ahead and muted us during this.
Please be aware. Will be allowed inside the stadium. Also, outside
Little delay in the national anthem while we get all of the COVID rules from the public address announcer. Everything's a little different. All the way down, Tony, to the fact that the helmets don't have the logos on them yet. I think that's coming next week.
Oh, okay.
Get all the rules in place here. A lot of masks in the stand, a little social distancing.
See some, we have a big election going on. I see a couple of our candidates. I see Jack Abear and Brandon Dever both running for Marshall, Ward 4 Marshall, in the stands. And I see Judge Trump down there. He's running for re-election. And then there's really the important people, like Peter Loop. I see him.
Yeah, Austin Land, former Golden Tour, holding his baby down there.
Danny Coleman and Keith Coleman.
All right, now we got the Twisters on the field, the cheerleaders, and now we have the band and the national anthem and the prayer.
We hope the actions of players, coaches, and fans honor the gifts we have been given, bring you glory. And we ask that you protect these young men during the game and bless all who travel this evening. In your name we pray. Amen.
All right, Tony, I think that's a good segue into a little bit of normalcy. We've got the national anthem. We've got referees, twisters, cheerleaders, football players, Tornado Radio Network. Tony, I think we're ready to kick things off here in just a moment. Lafayette Lions, folks, a little bit of an advantage in their favor. They've played 2 games already. They're 2-0, 1-0 in district. They had a 41-3 victory over Patterson High School and a 48-6 victory over Como, a game in which they led 28-0 at halftime. Also in the Patterson victory, the Lions defense forced 5 turnovers, 3 of which were pick sixes, Tony. 3 pick sixes in the second half against Patterson.
Really?
So really not sure what we're going to see from them today. That makes it a little bit lopsided. But, hey, they're giving up 4.5 points a game. Last year they gave up 30. New head coach for the Lafayette Lions as well. Folks will recognize the name of Cedric Figueroa. He's the new head coach of Lafayette. He's a Lafayette High School alumnus, state MVP and parade All-American at linebacker for the Lions, played collegiately at Notre Dame, and played in the NFL for several years with a good career. A name you'll hear during the game tonight is Theos Figueroa. He'll play linebacker, son of head coach Cedric Figueroa. So here we go, Tony. We've got our kicker, number, help me out here.
Oh,
Or number
21.
21, Hayden Habits kicks off. He kicks it deep to about the 3-yard line. That's going to be returned by the Lions. Up the middle, he's going to break it to the outside and brought down at about the 41-yard line. That was number 2, Chris.
Really good run back. Great hole to run through.
Chris Darcel or DeRosell. He's really the kicker there for the Sulphur Tours. Hayden Habits got a got a hand on him and slowed him down, or he might have been in business.
Well, let's see what we got across the back.
Tours are going to take the field on defense. Looking up front, Tony, who you got there?
Well, I know you got Ridge Marketell's playing up on the D line, from what I was told. Hugo Perez playing a little linebacker. Manuel Brady up on the line.
Here's
so you got some big bodies.
Lafayette returning quarterback Zan Saunier. He's going to hand it off up the middle to the running back. That is number 2. Is that number 2? Nope, it was number 27.
Manuel Brady.
Number 20
on the stop with Michael Johnson.
That was Carson Livesay, if that's right. Going quick here. There's another handoff up the middle to number 27, Livesay. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and about 4, Tony, for the Lafayette Lions.
That was a nice play by Markentale, splitting in there in the gap and forcing it back inside.
So number 97, Emmanuel Brady, he's taking up a lot of room right there at nose tackle or left guard.
Yeah.
Defense they look strong, Tony. They've matured a lot. They look strong and look like some good things are about to happen out there. Have sophomore Tyler Massey playing free safety. All right, 3rd and 4. Here's a snap coming to Saunier. He's going to fake the handoff. No, he did hand it off, but nothing doing. Tours make the stop. It's going to be 4th and 4. Lafayette will have to punt.
Hugo Perez just met him right at the line of scrimmage and dropped him. It's like they're going to have to punt. And we're sending back Braylon Walker. I think he might be the last Walker for a while.
We've had a Walker and a Skinner here for a long time.
Yep. And Braylon played as a freshman. Played a little wide receiver and a cornerback. He's a really good athlete.
So Lafayette's back to kick here on 4th and 4. And here's the punt. It's shanked to the right and out of bounds. My wife and child may catch that.
Yep, not a good punt.
Into the stands.
It's like it's all the way up to the 42, 44.
Yeah, that's a break. You know, Lafayette has a history of having some really great kickers, Tony, and I'm guessing they have one here. That happens, but that was about a net 4-yard punt.
Yeah,
and that's a break for the Tours. They're going to take the field here with the offense. Looks like the offensive line, all those guys are back from last year. 64 Cannon Trosclair, 73 Zane Bryant, Dawson LeBrun.
I think the new one is Albert. Is it Albert Allen?
Number
59. I think he's the newest one. But we should have a really experienced, qualified line.
He's going to hand off to DJ Harris. He's going to run to the left side for maybe a yard.
Yeah, he was met right on the line of scrimmage by the linebacker.
So Jacob Clark is returning quarterback for Sulphur. He was a starter last year. So was DJ Harris, was in the backfield as well. Looked like Tag Stelly, Jack Boney, and Gavin Elliott, wide receiver, all split to the right. DJ Harris to the left, along with Braylon Walker. So there are some weapons on the field for Jacob Clark in an empty backfield on 2nd and 10. Here's a snap to Clark. He's back to pass. He's going to Stelly across the middle, about a 2-yard gain, maybe 3. Nice throw, nice catch. Just going to make it 3rd and 7.
Yep, and he had a little pressure that time, but had he had just a couple more seconds, it looked like is that Gavin Elliott, number 2? Who's number 2?
Number
Caleb
2 is
Vijay.
Caleb Vijay. He's the junior
he was
tight end.
10 yards behind everybody.
So Vijay and Elliott look a lot alike. They're both about 6'3", 6'4", rangy, athletic. Clark with the empty backfield again. He's got Vijay out to the left, 2 receivers to the right, 3 to the left. Here's a snap from the shotgun. Clark throws across the middle to Walker.
Play.
That's a nice catch and a 1st down for the Golden Tours. That's going to get down to the Lafayette 46-yard line. They will
Really
move the
protection.
chains.
Good protection, just nice route, pitch and catch. Wasn't much there that Lafayette could do to stop that.
You know, we have really good running backs with DJ Harris and Dylan McFarland when he's in there. But I think it's going to be obvious that our strength, Tony, on offense is going to be that wide receiving core and Clark's arm.
I'd like to see Dylan McFarland get in there and run the ball. I think you'll see him more when we have some short yardage.
So on 1st and 10, Clark looked like they were running a little read option. He caught it, maybe a busted play. Something went wrong there. He's brought down for a loss of about 5 yards. We're at 2nd and 15.
It just looked like Harris wasn't deep enough for the pitch. And he couldn't get it to him.
that big old line is going to be a plus as well. Just some guys coming back there, just some big boys with a lot of experience. Only one senior last year on the offense was Bodie Barlow, and we miss him, but a lot of weapons back. As Caleb Vijay came in motion, Clark's back to pass. He avoids the rush, and he is then brought down for a loss of about 4.
Caleb Harris is getting all he wants. Was that number 8 right there?
So
Celestine, Braylon.
Braylon Celestine for the Lions has really kind of controlling his part of the line of scrimmage right now. They have a big boy. I'm going to find him. I've got him in my notes because you all need to know this. Defensive lineman Derek Williams, 313 pounds. We'll find him. So here's the snap on 3rd and long. Clark screen pass to Walker. He dropped it. And, he had a line. He had 3 receivers that pulled. That was Bryant. Number 59 is
Allen.
Albert Allen. And one other lineman that had pulled.
He had it going. I think it might have been Cannon Trosclair out there with him as well, but he had the middle of the field coming to him.
So good play call, just didn't execute there on the first series for the Tours. That's going to bring us into punt. This is number 24, Corey Baudouin, the senior, 5'11", 164 pounds. Second team All-District last year. Here's his first punt of the year. Daniel Burton is the deep snapper. Good punt. Driving kick is going to hit at about the
nice kick.
13-yard line, roll out of bounds at about the 10.
Yep.
So great kick by Baudouin. Not a high kick, but it was a nice spiral and got the desired result. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions at the 10-yard line.
You can see the Sulphur defense come out. Caleb Lorette is playing some corner. Who's our other corner out here?
Daniel Burton, I'm thinking.
Daniel Burton. No, it looks like Grayson Stelly is playing the other corner.
Okay.
Grayson's and
Grayson's a freshman.
Oh, is he?
Yes, sir. Yep, Grayson Stelly, freshman, playing on the left corner. We've got number 4, Ethan Arsamont. He's back to football after not playing last year. He's playing safety along with Daniel Burton, who's playing safety now.
Safety.
Yep. And then who'd you say is on the other side, Tony? Got number 6, Tyler Massey, playing linebacker.
Yeah, Lorette's on the other side playing corner.
Okay. So we need to look at the defense here. We've got several defensive backs in the game. Grayson Stelly, the freshman, on the corner. Caleb Lorette on the corner. Timeout is called by Lafayette prior to the snap. I think they had a shot clock. I hadn't changed sports yet, Tony. They had a play clock issue.
About to have a delay of game, I think, and the coach called timeout before that happened. He didn't want to get them back any further.
So Coach Towery in his conversation today with me, Tony, again, just so appreciative of the kids and the parents and the community and the things that are going on and the fact that they came back. And, we're the only 5A program in Calcasieu Parish that's playing football. And that's it says a lot about the community and the school and the program as well, and Coach Towery. So a little bit behind the 8 ball, playing our first game of the year on week 3. But well,
there's a lot of kids from around Calcasieu Parish playing at other schools around the state, and it goes a lot to show for Sulphur. They don't want to play anywhere else but Sulphur. They grow up watching these guys play on this field on Friday nights, and they want their shot.
So big number 99 for the Lions. That's Dedrick Williams. That's the 313-pounder. He had a conversation with the referee, and he's gone to the sidelines. I don't think maybe he had a little injury or equipment problem. We'll keep an eye on him. He's a big boy. So 1st and 10, and
like
we've got flags. So we're hoping for a false start on the Lions and not for a encroachment by Caleb Blaylock. He was ready to go, and he was going to get him some of Zan Saunier.
I'll tell you what, Tyel Bush, number 74, playing left guard. That is a big man there. Watch when he comes out of that huddle. So
for the Tours, Bladen
Laidlaw is a sophomore defensive lineman, number 41. He's in there with Emmanuel Brady in the middle. There's going to be a run to the left by Sonia. He gets free, breaks the tackle, gets out to the 20 to the 25, and he is caught from behind and brought down by number 25 for the Tours, Caleb Blaylock. Good hustle play by Blaylock. He came a long way to get him.
That was a really good play.
Good run by Saunier. Talked to the Lafayette radio guys pregame, asked him about Saunier. He seems like he's been the starting quarterback for 7 years for the Lions. He is a senior this year, I'm happy to report. It's kind of been a thorn in our side, Tony. But, they describe him as a leader. Apparently a great baseball player. He's going to play baseball at LSU E.
Okay.
But he's a quarterback, and he's a leader, and he's a tough kid. You can see that immediately, and wish him well. I'm glad that we don't have to see him next year. So 1st and 10 for the Lions. Here's Saunier in the shotgun. He's got one running back to his left, 4 wide receivers. And he's going to take the snap from the shotgun, drop back. His left-handed quarterback. He's going deep and overthrows his wide receiver, number 3, Diamante Phillips. Lafayette's roster has.
Tell you what, though, Lorette was step for step with him.
Lorette was there. Got to have some speed out there, Tony.
And I think the only way he catches that is if it's over. But Lorette was right next to him. That was going to be an interception if the pass was perfect.
So good coverage there. Nice coverage by the Tours. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Lions from their own 22-yard line. Saunier back taking a snap. Walter Vincent showed up here. There's Saunier scrambling. He's going to be hit and brought down by Ridge Marcantel and number 5, Corey Hyatt.
Ted Cruz just walked into the room.
Corey Hyatt, another sophomore playing defense for the Tours. That's going to bring up 3rd and long. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Lions. Hyatt comes out. Hyatt's older brother, Ethan Hyatt, was a linebacker for the Golden Tours, graduated back in 2013. Timeout call on the field. Hydration break, maybe, halfway through the quarter.
Really?
Maybe.
It feels so good outside. I guess
they got their rules.
They still do that.
They got the rules. Walter, how are you? Good. So, folks, we've got Tornado Radio broadcasting live on Facebook. We're broadcasting live on YouTube. We also have CPSB TV live on Facebook. Got a separate live mic for CPSB, so we're hoping that that's coming through loud and clear. And those guys are going to be doing a great job with the camera work today. So the Lions are averaging about 44 points a game. Potent offense. Their defense has scored some of those. They're going to line up on 3rd and 8. Saunier with one running back. That's number 27. There's a bad snap. It's going to be fumbled. Saunier's on it, but that's a big loss back to the 15-yard line. Tony, I looked away. Was it a bad snap or did he just miss it?
It just perfect snap. He just missed the ball. I don't know if he was looking away but it hit him in the hands.
It's going to be 4th and about 20 or more from the Lions' own 11-yard line. So they're going to punt again. Saunier, I guess, is their punter because he's still in there. I think that was him.
Yeah, well, he's back there now. I don't think he's the regular. I don't think he shanked it last time.
Oh, yeah. Well,
maybe he did.
Well, so he got the punt off, line drive punt. Didn't go very far, but it looked like
on the field.
We roughed the punter. That was number 23 for the Tours. Michael Johnson came in hot and got a little bit too much of the punter. Thought he might get the block. So that's going to be a big penalty that could be pivotal in the game. It's going to give the Lions first down, I'm assuming.
Yeah, yep, it sure will. It's going to keep us right back on the field.
Because there was it wasn't running into. Did they make that distinction in high school?
It
was roughing.
First down.
There was no doubt. And that's just a bad break and something that'll get fixed. Kind of thing you see in game 1, like it is for the Tours. Of course, it's game 3 for for the
Tell you what,
Lions.
I've been pretty impressed with Coach Trahan's defense, though. They look really good.
Well, don't jinx them, but here we go. It's
There's
going
no
to be.
jinx here. They're playing good sound. They're playing their spot. I don't see anything soft.
Sonia's going to run the little option. That's fumbled.
Fumble risky there.
And Lions going to recover it. Sonia had ran a little.
Sulphur
has it.
Got the ball.
All right, so the Tours get it right back.
Took it right back. Ethan Arsamont.
So Ethan Arsamont's one of those guys that's a senior that grew up playing, did not play last year, Tony, and then came back with Coach Towery and immediately makes an impact in the game, recovering the fumble.
Good guy.
So that gives the Tours the ball, 1st and 10 on the Lafayette 33-yard line. Tony, if I was the coach, this ball would be in the end zone, thrown to the end zone right now after the turnover. But I'm not the coach, so we'll see what happens. We have Jack Boney to the right.
See what I look at VJ for sure.
VJ in the slot.
There's Dylan McFarland.
Yeah.
He just moving the pile, picks up, 3 yards?
Yeah, he got they're marking him about
2.
a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Good to see him in the game getting a carry. So we've got number 9, Tag Stelly is in the game along with Braylon Walker, Dylan McFarland at running back, Jack Boney at the receiver on the right side, and Caleb Vijay at tight end. Kind of playing that tight end slot position where Christian Trahan roamed for so long for the Tours. So 2nd and 9, here's the snap to Clark. He drops back to pass. He's throwing deep to the end zone. He's got Walker, and it's caught at the 4-yard line out of bounds.
What a beautiful pass.
Great pass, great catch.
Great catch.
Clark to Walker, big play. That's going to get us down 1st and goal. Tours are in the red zone, 1st and goal at the 4-yard line of the Lions.
And you got to give the safety credit because that was pretty good coverage.
It wasn't bad coverage at all. Not at all.
Just a well-placed ball, and that's what we need to see. Now we need to see big Dylan McFarland just run over people and get in the end zone.
Yeah.
It's like
time for the big boys to do their job up front here and just plow some real
straight
estate.
ahead.
And Clark's going to under center this time. Goes on about 3. Hand off to McFarland. He's met in the backfield, fumbles the ball. Clark's on it at the 10.
You can't let number 9, Figueroa, meet you in the backfield 2 yards deep. Ouch.
So I'm looking at the Lafayette guys after that play by Figueroa, and they're like, yeah, that's the guy that does things like that. That's the one. So Figueroa played at Acadiana last year, Tony. He's a coach's son.
Oh, really? Coach
Cedric Figueroa was a assistant last year at Acadiana. Now he's head coach at his alma mater, Lafayette, and, of course, his son came with him. So 2nd goal from the 10. Clark's going to take the snap from the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to McFarland. He's going to cut up the middle to the 3-yard line. Nice play by McFarland.
Nice run, nice block as he peeled off on the backside of the block.
He really had a choice to make to go right or left, and he made the right decision.
He did make the correct decision.
We went from a 3-yard gain to a gain of about 7.
I don't like the spot.
No, I thought it should have been on the 2.
Spotted it on the 3 instead of the 2, but.
So Clark's going to be back in the shotgun. He's got McFarland to his right. Stelly split to the right side of the field.
Timeout, Sulphur.
Timeout, Sulphur.
Tell you what, when it comes time to score, I'd be looking over at old George Vanderhay, George's House of Flowers. I know when it's time for me to score, that's where I go. I go find George and get some flowers. So if you need anything out there, Sulphur, go support that local man. Get you some flowers from George's House of Flowers.
And the Tours are, speaking of scoring, the Tours are 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line after that nice run by McFarland. And they're going to put something in place here. Looks like Gavin Elliott's coming in the game. That tells me that a fade route could be coming.
Could be, or he could be pulling somebody out for Stelly in the slot, which is a dangerous combo with him and Clark.
A lot of options. That's just, I don't just not that many high school teams with that many really potent options out there. So Walker's coming out. McFarland's going to stay in the backfield. He's going to be to Clark's left on 3rd and goal from 3-yard line. Elliott by himself split wide left. He's about a foot taller than a defensive back. I'm predicting the fade route. Don't like it, but I'm predicting it. VJ in the slot, and we've got Stelly and Boney on the right side. There's the throw across the middle to Elliott, touchdown Tours.
Nice.
Well, I was halfway right, Tony.
Nice
It wasn't
play.
wasn't
Yeah.
a fade. It was just a little quick slant, 3 yards, quick pass, thrown very hard. It was a fastball. Elliott brings it in. First touchdown of the season for him. First
Good to
one for
see.
Clark. First one for the Tours. First one for Coach Towery.
That's right.
And the Tours take an early lead, 6-0, with 3:03 to go in the first quarter. And we've got
Just well
Hayden
called
Habits.
play and well
Habits
executed.
kick
Oh,
is
yes.
good.
Barely went over.
Oh, they
but
got
we'll
a
take
hand on it. They got a hand on it. It was partially blocked, went straight up. It had just enough on it to get over. And, Tony, I'm going to tell you, last year, that would not have made it across. It's just
Really?
how the year was last year. It just
Yeah.
wouldn't have happened. This year,
A lot of bad breaks.
if something could go wrong, it was going to be that. So good job by the Tours there, capitalizing on the turnover by the Lions. Touchdown pass from Jacob Clark to Gavin Elliott. We hope that we see that more and more. Tours go up 7-0 with 3:03 to go in the first quarter. Sulphur High, a lot of work going on, Tony, around the old high school here after the hurricane damage. Golden Tours principal David Poole, I know he spent a lot of time and effort getting things where these kids can get back in class.
You want to give
it's a
give
big
out.
deal.
Mr. Poole's done a really good job. He just came back, became principal, and then had this happen.
And everything went great. And there was a
he's done
pandemic. And
done a fantastic job. Couldn't be more proud of the guy. Here coming up at towards the end of the quarter here, very, very quickly.
There's Corey Baudouin with kickoff. He's going to kick it deep again to about the 5-yard line. It's going to be fielded by number 11 there for the Lions. He's going to bring it out just to the middle of the field, brought down.
Play by, who's that, Michael Johnson? Yes. Michael Johnson caught the ball and slowed him up.
Thought we might get another fumble out of that as well.
Almost. So, yeah, so what we're about to see here very soon is, Sulphur High has some really, really good guys in their community that contribute a lot.
Yes.
Notice the scoreboard over there, Billy Navarre, Stelly Physical, and the occupational therapy over there. We had a group of guys also donate some money for the Sulphur High baseball team to get a scoreboard.
We got a guy coming. He's coming on. He's going off.
Oh, where do I
Big
go?
number 56 for the Lions. Not sure where he's supposed to go.
Nice set.
Lines up at right tackle. There's a handoff up the middle to number 4 for the Lions. That is Reno Toka.
That's a nice play by Corey Hyatt. Just stood him straight up.
So yeah, number 59 came on the field for the Lions. That's Christian Fusilier, offensive lineman, and he ran about halfway in, turned around, ran about halfway back out, and finally got settled. And that was about a 4-yard gain for the Lions. Going to bring up 2nd and 6 from their own 27-yard line. There's a snap to Sonia. He's going to hand it up again to number 4, and he's going to be brought down by, I believe that was number 6 for the Tours, Tyler Massey, the sophomore. If you hear the name Massey, Sulphur High girls basketball, you think of Abby.
Yep.
And if you think soccer, you think of Tanner, the goalie, who's gone to play at LSU I believe, play soccer. He graduated last year. So family full of great athletes. And there's the next one, Tyler, with a nice play. Number 4, Ethan Archmont back in at corner. I guess it's safety. Coming in for Caleb Barrett. Sonia hands off again.
Very nice play.
To the running back, number 4, Reno Toka. He's dropped immediately. Maybe got a gain of 1. Who made that tackle,
That's
Tony?
Bladen Laidlaw.
Bladen Laidlaw. We're going to hear his name some. He's a big boy. Listed as, well, they don't have his weight on here. Listed as big.
Yeah.
Can we go with that?
We call him Big Boy. He is a big guy.
Yeah, he and Emmanuel Brady really look good there in the middle. We're in a little 4-3 defense. Here's going to snap. There's an offside penalty. See, that guy, number 60, he heard me say, here's the snap.
So 2 years ago in Lafayette, it was a couple years ago, Don Martin and I were calling a game, and the boy from Lafayette, the tight end, moved, fell over, caught himself, and got back in position. And it took about 5 seconds for the line judge to call the penalty.
Let me guess, it was late in the game.
Oh, very late in the game.
Yeah,
Close.
that's when.
And let me tell you, even the people in Lafayette were laughing about it.
All right, 2nd and 14. Here's Sonia. He's going to keep it, and he's going to
Nice
have some
play.
running room. Great job on the fake. He's got running room to the 50, to the 40. Lorette's
Yep,
in
good
chase to the
angle.
30. I don't think he's going
Can't
to catch
catch
him,
him.
Tony.
No,
That's going to be a touchdown for Lafayette. I don't see any flags on the play.
no, that was just a really good play.
Just a read option, and boy, I guess he read it right because that was a great play by the quarterback.
Well, the whole defense was flowing to
Yeah.
the other side. Just couldn't get back and cover.
So that was about a 65, maybe 70-yard run by Saunier, the quarterback, on a simple read option, but great play. And he showed some speed because there's some fast guys that were chasing him down and had the angle.
Caleb Lorette had an angle, but lost it pretty quickly. See if maybe we can block the kick.
There's the extra point.
Almost.
Almost.
I'll tell you, who was that?
That was close, whoever that was.
Is that Elliott?
I think that's Massey.
Massey, boy, he
Yeah.
was close.
So with 1 minute and 16 seconds to go in the first quarter,
Got it
Golden
tied up.
Tours 7 and Lafayette Mighty Lions 7. So far, Tony, Tours, not first game of the season, they're playing okay. Little bad defensive
I think
play
they
there.
looked good.
but
That was just a tough break. I mean, they
that
had it
happens.
covered,
Yep.
and the quarterback made a play. Sometimes that just happens.
So the Tours, really the only mistake this quarter has been the roughing the kicker call. That worked out because they got the ball back on the fumble on the next play.
Yes, sir.
So now we've got back for the Tours to receive the kickoff. Number 3, DJ Harris. Number 11, Braylon Walker. We've got Dylan McFarland back deep as well. Has tagged Stelly. The up guys, Cole Navarre, number 17. And I can't see who that is, number 2, I think. Caleb Vijay, number 2. So I really don't care who they kick it to. All those guys are very capable.
Yep.
Let's see what happens. And here comes Gilbo for the Lions to make the kick from the 40-yard line. It's a short, high kick. It's going to come down to that is Stelly. Tag Stelly. He's going to bring it out to about the 30-yard line. It's brought out of bounds there. Be 1st and 10 for the Tours. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. Was that Stelly? Number 9.
That was Stelly.
Takes a game or two, Tony, to get the numbers down automatic.
Yeah. It's rough. And a lot of new faces.
So it looks like the same personnel package going out on offense for the Tours. Clark will be a quarterback with Harris in this time at running back. Stelly, Vijay, and Boney split right, and Walker split left on 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. 1 minute, 10 seconds to go. First quarter, tie game, 7-7. Here's Clark back to pass. He's got time. Hit as he throws, and that's going to be intercepted by number 12 for the Lions.
Yeah,
That's Emory. That's Seth Jones. Clark had some time.
Flag back here, but I think that was after the interception.
And I think we're going to get an unsportsmanlike on the Tours there. Didn't see what happened. Clark had some time and just needed another half second. He was hit as he threw it, and the ball kind of got away from him. He had an open receiver. Ball kind of drifted, and it was picked off by the Lions. They've got the ball at midfield, pending whatever penalty this is going to be on the Tours.
Towers got his offense huddled up.
Well, it's going to be the Lions' ball. The question is going to be where. Get a little. Hart needs a little bit more protection there.
Waving the flag off.
No flag. So 1st and 10 for Lafayette, exactly at midfield on the S. Defense back out there.
And that might have been one that Jacob should have just pulled down and tried to run with because he had double coverage out there on Elliott.
Really, he had more time than he's had so far, but just took a little bit too long. It drifted after he got hit. So here we go for Lafayette from midfield, handoff up the middle, and that is no deal right there.
Another tackle.
So that's number 23, Michael Johnson, senior linebacker. Tony, you've called his name a couple of times.
He's had about 4 tackles in the first half.
Yeah, he's coming out. Well, no, he was coming out, and now he's going back in. Arsamont came in. Let's see. 5.
That's 11.
Yep, we're good. So 2nd and 10 after no gain there for the Lions. 2nd and 10 from midfield. 27 seconds to go. Clock running in the first quarter. Score tied 7-7. Play clock down to 7. Here's the snap to Saunier. He's going to drop back to pass. He's a left-handed passer. He's throwing deep,
Great pass.
So good coverage, great pass. Thought that was going to be a phenomenal catch there by number 27 for the Lions, Carson Livesay, but he dropped it.
Defended by Corey Hyde.
Yeah, we got
it was a good play.
Generally don't like to see the linebacker having to cover
Not that
30
far,
yards
yeah.
downfield. But he did a great job.
Pretty
he was
athletic.
there.
He was right on him, but I mean, it was a really good pass.
And he's got speed, so he can do that. That's an advantage. So 3rd and 10 for the Lions, still at midfield. Ball hadn't moved. 11 seconds to go. Clock stopped. So this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And here's Saunier's got 2 receivers to the left, man in motion. He's going to go to the right, run the option. He's going to be brought down. Nothing doing.
Oh, big Laidlaw right there, putting it on him. Lay it down, big boy.
So, yeah, that young man is having himself a game right now. Bladen Laidlaw just really came to play, and he has done a great job. So that's going to bring the first quarter to an end. Sulphur Tours is in the Mighty Lions 7-7 tie. So we got a quarter down, Tony. What do you think?
They're looking good. I look over to the right. You got Jason Gunner and Ryan Navarre out there with Jack Abear.
Coach Moore.
Steve Kuipers from Delta Downs. So Ryan and Jason Gunner each donated $20,000 for the new scoreboard for the baseball team.
Is that the one that got blown to smithereens?
And it got blown to smithereens.
Hurricane.
But thank you so much, guys, for the effort. You know, they both do a lot in the community. Ryan, of course, Navarre Auto Group, my boss, one of my very good friends, been there 20 years with him. Jason Gunner played baseball here at Sulphur High, went on to play at McNeese. Very successful businessman as well.
Yeah. They're out there with Sulphur High baseball coach Sam Moore.
And Steve Kuipers, he's president of the Booster Club.
He's a big supporter of Sulphur High Athletics
and
as well.
Jack from formerly All-Star, he's with Navarre now. He's running for Marshall.
All right, so here we've lined up for the punt on Lafayette on 4th and 13 from right at midfield. Here's the kick, much better kick for them. It's going to be fielded by Walker at the 15-yard line. Gets hit by the first guy, and he's going to go down right there. So a good kick there by the punter for the Lions. That was number 10 that punted that, I believe, Alexander Saunier. Right. That's the quarterback. That's Zan. Alexander. I guess I get it now. So, hey, it takes a little time. We don't all think as fast as the rest of them out there, Tony. So the Tours are going to have first down and 10 yards to go from their 16-yard line. Yes, offense takes the field. Looks like the same personnel package. Walker, Stelly, Harris in the backfield with Clark line up to his left side. Boney by himself split wide to the right. And Caleb Vijay at tight end. He's up on the line here. Clark in the shotgun takes a snap, and he hands the ball off to Harris. Harris cuts it upfield, maybe a gain of 1.5. And he's stopped there by the Lions. And they're saying no gain, so it's going to be second down. So far, Tony, the short passing game has been effective for Clark and the Tours. I think the long game is going to be there, but Lafayette knows that there's some speedy guys out there, and they're just not letting them have time to get open right now. So Walker, Boney, Elliott, or VJ, I can't tell because they look just alike on the field. Here's Clark back to pass. He's going to throw across the middle to Walker, and it's dropped. And he probably was going to get hit short of the first down, but it was going to be close. It's a good pass on the money. A little slant route, a little skinny post. What do you call that?
He just ran a little more of a slant, but looked like he was just running before he caught the ball.
Yeah. There's timeout being signaled for by the officials saying it's 4th down, but they're wrong. It's 3rd down. It's 3rd down. Well, they're going to meet and see if they can figure out what down it is. Towards offense lined up and ready to go. Coach Cedric Figueroa on the other side for the Lafayette Lions, former Parade All-American linebacker at Lafayette and Notre Dame. Got a psychology degree from Notre Dame. I didn't just know that, Tony. I looked it up.
Really?
And Chris Towery over here for the Golden Tours, former USL Raging Cajun. I've forgiven him for that. So 3rd and 10. Here comes Clark out of the shotgun. He's got the snap, drops back to pass, rolls to his right, looking downfield. The flag's down, throw across the middle to Stelly. Broken up nicely by defensive back. Where that flag is, Tony, I suspect is going to be holding on the offense. Be a hold. Didn't see who it was. That's going to bring up 4th down once that's declined. Clark did a good job of rolling out. I don't think he could have run for the 1st down. I thought he was going to try. Gage Trahan is in as the up back on the punt with Corey Baudouin back to kick. You're watching on CPSB TV on Facebook. Hope you can hear us fine. First game for the Tours here. And so far, so good. Here's a snap to Baudouin. And he gets the punt off. It's a nice wobbly kick. It's going to hit about the 45. Takes a Tour bounce and really got a good bounce. It's going to go down to the 40-yard line. That's going to be about a 45-yard punt.
We flipped the field.
I've never punted from anywhere, but I can imagine that punting from the end zone is not a fun thing to do. So Lafayette's going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their 40-yard line. Defensive struggle so far. Score 7-7, tied up here. Tour scored after a fumble and a short drive on a short 3-yard pass from Clark to Elliott. On the ensuing drive, the Lions quarterback Zan Saunier got loose on about a 65-yard run for a touchdown to even the score. So now Saunier's back in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Nothing there.
No way.
A lot of Golden Tours in there. I saw number 5, Corey Hyatt, again come across there, but there was several others involved in that. The interior line's really looking strong. Where's Mark and
That was actually Caleb Blaylock that sliced through there. Number 25. Blaylock is a senior defensive lineman as well. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from the 40-yard line for the Lions. Saunier in the shotgun, got a man in motion. He sets, pass, drops back to pass, throws the ball, is picked. Oh! So Saunier threw the ball to his receiver, his running back, kind of dumped it off, hit him in the hands, popped it in the air. And Hyatt had that all by himself.
And Corey Hyatt was smelling the end zone, but just couldn't quite hang on there. Great play by him, and that's going to bring up 3rd down for the Lions. I was ready to say intercepted.
Yep.
I changed it to incomplete at the last second, unfortunately. So 3rd down and 10 for the Lions. Saunier is having a little discussion with his running back. I think he may have jigged instead of jagged last time. Here's a snap from the shotgun. A lot of pressure. Pass thrown complete to number 23, but it's going to be short of the 1st down.
Nice play by Massey.
Yeah, Massey brought him down. Arsamont finished him off. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 3 or 4 for the Lions.
Massey's a sophomore?
Massey's a sophomore.
Wow.
Yeah. And I don't know that the punt team came in. Yeah.
Well, the quarterback's been punting.
Yeah, he's not in punt formation. This is 4th and 4 right at midfield, and the Lions are going to try to draw us offside, I am sure. Saunier looks to the sideline to get a little guidance. Play clock's down to 4. They're going to call timeout here, I bet, in about a second. There it is. So, tried to pull the Tours offsides. Good discipline, Tony. First game of the season is a good time to draw somebody offside, I would say.
Another familiar sight, John Paul Duhan, longtime player and coach here at Sulphur. He down there talking to these guys. You know, and you got to remember this. You know, through the hurricanes, coaches like John Paul lost everything. The house gone.
That's
right.
right.
And these guys are trying to put their lives back together at the same time, having the coach and, you know, just proud of all of these guys. Not to get hit just once, but twice.
Yeah. We've talked a lot, Tony, about getting back to normal. And this is just, you know, I didn't really think about it before we came here today, but standing here looking at the crowd, watching the football game, and, you know, the band is taking up 3 sections on the visitor side, socially distanced, but that's okay because they're here.
Yeah.
The Twisters are here. The cheerleaders are here. My niece, Colin Valentine's, couldn't wait to get here today to cheer first home game of her senior year.
Really? That's cool.
I mean, everybody's fired up. Students are here. So 4th down, there's a snap, and they're going to go for it on 4th down, and they did not make it.
Blue wall, baby.
So usually when they try to draw you off sides and it doesn't work, they call timeout, and what do? They punt.
Yep.
Well, Lafayette came out. Coach Figueroa pulled the trigger on a 4th and 4 play, and you got 3 yards, but you didn't get 4. So it'll be the Tours ball.
It's really a good gamble. They're right at the 50-yard line.
Well, Sulphur hadn't done a lot on offense.
Yeah, they haven't really done much.
There's not a lot to risk right there.
Sulphur,
unfortunately,
yes, defense have been playing very well too.
Yeah, unfortunately, number 9, Theos Figueroa's back out there.
Yeah,
and along with number 53, another big boy. That's Jalen Linton, and their D lines played well. Here's Clark in the shotgun. He's going to take the snap and he's going to hand it off to McFarland. McFarland's going to get loose. He's going to get down to the 40, to the 35, 30. He's going to go to the house. 15. 10, one man to beat, and he's brought down.
That stiff arm. Wow.
Dylan McFarland, handoff up the middle on a read option, and he broke 1 tackle and broke the second one. He was off to the races. Dylan's a track guy. He's fast, even though he's big.
He knew he wasn't going to get in there.
And I really thought he was going to score. One guy had the angle and just got enough on him to bring him down. So that's going to get the Tours down to
what a great play.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line. Yeah, fantastic play. Good effort.
If you got the angle and you're going to get hit that guy first.
So we got Boney, Vijay, Stelly, and Walker to the left, to the right, and McFarland in backfield. He's going to get another handoff. Nope. Clark's going to keep it. He's going to go to the left, get down to the 10, to the 5, maybe the 4-yard line. He's brought out of bounds hard, but no flag.
Wow.
He's in college. That would have been a flag.
Absolutely. They would have threw the flag in the NFL about
in NFL, they would have been
3 yards from inside the field.
It'd have been an ejection and a penalty and a fine. So Clark gets down to the 6-yard line.
That was a good run.
It was a good run on the read. Same play they ran a moment ago to McFarland, but Clark kept it that time. So it's going to be 2nd and 4 from about the 6-yard line. There's Clark handing off to McFarland. Nothing there. He is just bottled up.
It's all right. He's still
line. You know, he came down. They're going to blow it dead. They're going to blow it dead and say he lost a yard. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And Tours are going to take a timeout. So Tours will be 3rd and 7 from the 8-yard line with in the tie game, 7-7 tie game against Lafayette Lions. 8 minutes and 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tours have played well. Tony, we talk about normalcy. We look out there and we see the support groups. We see administration walking around, and the concession stands are open, and the community's here, and the ones that can't be here are able to listen on Tornado Radio Network, and hopefully just get back a little bit, just a day or a few hours of not having to move limbs out of your yard or fix a fence or worry about your real estate adjuster. Just invite him to the football game. He probably wants to come. Tours back on the field in the red zone again, down to the 8-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 7. And we've got Boney in motion right to left. He's going to stop. Clark's going to take the snap from the shotgun and drop back. He's got McFarland Now he's going to scramble. He's in trouble, and he's brought down at the 15.
You can't do that. You got to get rid of that ball.
Had McFarland to the left. He kind of came out of the backfield and looked like he might have been open for a minute, but Clark was moving to his right and really not able to get over to make the pass. So that's going to bring in the field goal unit with looks like Corey Baudouin. No, I'm sorry. It's going to be Hayden Habits.
See if he can get a little bit more leg on it this time.
Well, last one got blocked a little bit, and I think if we just got to slow that D-line down a little bit. Corey Baudouin's the holder. Punter's the holder. Habits is the kicker. There's a snap. It's down. There's a kick, and it is
perfect.
Oh,
He missed it.
It hit the upright.
Oh, no.
That was a beautiful kick, and it looked great from here. It hit the right upright and
It
bounced
looked great
out.
from here, but I only see the left upright
That's
with
right.
that wall right here.
So yeah, Tornado Radio
wow.
is down in the Tornado Radio booth, formerly known as the Canes booth. Maybe it still is the Canes booth, but this is where we are. And a little bit of an obstructed view for Tony there. That kick was great.
The only thing we're missing is the Canes.
That's right. Yeah, we have M&Ms.
Got some M&Ms.
Dark chocolate. So we're okay. So the Lions are going to take over.
I'm not eating that, Christy.
Yeah, they're mine, Christy. Lions are going to take over first down on their own 20-yard line. Again, they got a player coming off the sideline. Running back. I guess he didn't know he was supposed to be in the game. That was number 4 for the Lions, Reno Toka. There's going to be a handoff up the middle, and Toka is going to get about 5 yards. He got a token amount of.
Yep. Michael Johnson called him, but he did break a couple of tackles. Good blocking up front. Looks like we've stayed with the same defense the whole time.
Yeah, been a few substitutions in the defensive secondary, but that D line has been pretty consistent.
Pretty much Stelly's out there. We have a new corner on that side, so Ethan's playing.
Stelly's out there on.
Stelly's playing on this end.
Oh yeah, Grayson Stelly, the other
Stelly,
Stelly,
the younger Stelly, and another sophomore.
Let's go with freshman on that, Tony. Grayson's freshman.
Really?
Don't see that very often, but he's playing.
Not often, but
He's got good size.
he's done a really good job on that receiver.
It's number 23 for the Tours. Michael Johnson comes out. Number 14, Caleb Lorette is
the other
in
corner.
on third and about 4.5 for the Lions. Sonia is going to take the snap with about 6 minutes and 10 seconds to go. Hands it off.
Nice play. Just enough to trip him up.
I didn't see who made the play there. The runner came down short of the first down. It's going to be
It looked like number 1.
Daniel Burton.
Just kind of barely
Yeah, that's all it takes.
caught him.
All right, so I think we're at 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. There's a timeout on the field. Looks like a hydration break. It's going to be 4th and 4 again for the Lions, but this time they're on their 26-yard line. I would not expect them to try to go for this. Would you, Tony?
I don't think they'll end up punting this one, but we just need to stay away from the punter this time and stop giving them extra downs. So while we got a second, we try to get in one of our sponsors here, Hollywood Barbershop with Troy Darby. Need a haircut, guys. He's probably one of the oldest barbershops in Sulphur. Great guy, great family. Need your hair done, go see him. I think he even has a young lady cutting hair, Fran D'Antoni, Fran Davis.
Well, I was wondering when you
Cutting over
said
there.
getting your hair done because, guys get our hair cut.
We get our hair.
Ladies get it done.
They get it did, I think is what they say now.
So Saunier is
My
back
hair
to
did.
punt for the Lions, and he's going to get the punt off. Wobbly punt's going to land on about the 40-yard line, bounce kind of, take a Lafayette bounce.
Yeah, good bounce.
Good roll. Jeez. It's going to roll down to about the 26. And the Tours after that.
Really gives us an excellent opportunity to put some offensive yardage in our stat column.
5 minutes, 48 seconds to go in the second quarter. It's a good time, like you say, to maybe get a sustained drive. I mean, a big play would be great, but a sustained drive to get down the field, get the offense some rhythm, and maybe get a touchdown out of this. right before halftime, I would be fine with a 5-minute and
Sure.
42-second drive.
I'd like to see him just kind of go a little more quick tempo.
So here's Clark from this shotgun, Stelly in motion. He's going to hand it off to McFarland again. It was a nice play there.
Couple yards.
Kind of faked the
I think Dylan should have taken the outside on that one.
yeah.
Might have picked up a few more yards, but
Kind of faked that speed option to Stelly, and then handed it off to McFarland. He got 3 yards, bring up 2nd and 7.
he did. And then one of the guys that hit him's number 9. So
Yeah.
you know, you kind of want to run where he's not.
Problem is he's everywhere.
Yeah.
So Clark's got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, takes the shotgun snap, drops back to pass. He's going to throw it deep, and he's got Walker. Walker's got the catch at the 40 to the 30-yard line, down to the 25.
Nice play.
Fumbles the ball out of bounds, but that
Nice
is a
play.
nice throwing catch.
What a catch by Walker, man. Right over, looking over his shoulders, looking straight up, and he just drops it in there.
Yeah, that's going to be a first down for the Golden Tours at the Lafayette 26. And you got to love that, Tony. That was just well executed. And Clark got it off quick. That was a quick drop and throw it up there and let Walker go get it. So well done. So now Walker's going to be split to the right along with Boney. Looks like Stelly coming on the speed option. They're going to give it to him this time. He cuts upfield. He's to the
Nice
20,
play.
to the 15. Tag Stelly to the 10,
Touchdown. Come
5,
on, Stelly.
and he is
Touchdown.
in for the touchdown. Golden
Touchdown.
Tours.
No flags. Way to go, Stelly. Speed right there. Speed. What a great play. They just ran that 2 or 3 plays ago.
No,
Started the drive off.
Yeah, they
Gave
faked
to
it.
McFarland.
Yeah, they faked that and gave it to McFarland. That time they gave it to Stelly, and once he broke the 1 tackle and headed to the corner of the end zone, it was over with. So great job out there by the junior tag Stelly, getting his first touchdown of the season. And here's the kick on the extra point, and no doubt about that one.
Yeah,
Habits
that's in there.
puts it through.
Well, Sulphur scored more than they did last year. Last year they lost
That's true.
11-10 to Lafayette. So we're up 14-7. That was a nice drive, nice play. Offensive line played well. Stelly's happy looking, he's smiling, hugging Coach. Coach, give me the ball again.
Well, he's got a little brother out there making tackles on defense,
Well,
so
yeah,
he's
he
got
can't get showed up by his little
I'm
brother.
guessing that there's going to be a little competition there. So Tag Stelly is the junior, and on the roster when it says position, it says athlete. And I'm just going to say this.
Yeah,
I'm going to say this. That's the only player on this roster there it says athlete. Now, there's some great athletes out here, but just tells you Stelly can do a lot of things. He's just all around, can do it all. So
Well, he's played some quarterback, running back, defensive back.
Yep, receiver. I mean, just out there. So great job by the athlete, Tag Stelly. And now here comes Hayden Habits to kick it off from the 40-yard line, and he's going to kick it deep, and it's going to come down at about the 10-yard line and be fielded there by the Lions. He's going to run to the right and be brought down by the Golden Tours at about the 30-yard line. That was Carson Livesay for the Lions on the return. Didn't see who made the tackle. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 for the Lions. I didn't get my 5-minute drive, Tony, but I got my touchdown, so I'm happy.
You did, but I mean,
We'll take it.
They scored too quick for you.
Oh, no.
But you'll take it,
I'll
right?
take it. I'm not complaining. First down for the Lions at their 31-yard line. Tony takes a snap and fakes the handoff. He takes it up the middle.
Yep.
Tough
It's a good
run.
run by the quarterback. I mean, he's a senior. He's been there.
He's
He's
3-year
not-
starter.
He's not nervous. He knows he's going to get hit. He just kind of pecks his way and finds 2 or 3 yards out of it. But the defensive line's done a lot better since they gave up that touchdown to them. They've done a lot better job keeping them contained. Strange looking out here, and there's no trees, and
everything looks different, doesn't it?
it does. No leaves. It's almost like
No, it's bizarre. But on the field,
crazy.
everything looks normal.
yeah.
So 2nd and 6, there's a handoff up the middle for the Lions.
That was a very nice run. A lot of push from behind.
I was ready to say short game, but he ended up getting about 4. It's going to be about 3rd and 2.
I'd say you're right. Yep.
So Lafayette offense, Lafayette as a team has scored about 44 points a game. Now, we will say that some of that, 21 of that was 3 pick sixes in the second half against Patterson. So a little bit misleading, but they do score a lot of points. And right now, with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the second quarter, Tours lead 14-7. So good defense by the Tours. Here's the snap. Sonia, he's going to hand it off, and
He's got it.
he's going to have the
Looks
first
like he's got it.
down.
Let's be right on the line. Yeah, he's got that.
Not by much, but he did make it.
The spot, they'll give him that spot. That was a good run.
That was just nothing fancy. Just
When you're going to give
straight up the
somebody a
middle.
spot, that's the kind of run to give it to him on, because
Yeah.
he
earned it.
moved the pile. I got to take a little credit, for these guys playing so tough, because a lot of these boys work for me all during the hurricane.
Post-hurricane stuff. Yeah, they
these
were working
boys
hard.
hauling tree trunks and,
Here's that snap. Handoff
look
up
at
the
that.
middle. Holy smokes. That was
Big Ridge Market Tail. That's one of my guys right there.
He almost took the handoff, Tony.
Yep, he's
He was
throwing
right there.
logs on his shoulders, and man, what a great kid too.
Yeah, I know Tony did a great job of getting some kids involved in post-hurricane cleanup
Yeah,
and did a lot of good
They
in the
worked
community.
really
and,
hard.
And they worked some long days, and I know some of those boys, and I talked to them, and they didn't have a lot of energy at the end of the day. They were ready to go home and go to bed. So that's a good thing, Tony. Thank you. There's a flag thrown.
And you can't say, these guys, they showed up at 7 o'clock every morning. They worked all day, didn't complain. They
What's that call?
well, they called encroachment, but he pointed the wrong way.
Oh, I see.
should've-
Okay. All right. That's
should've
what I
pointed,
thought.
Yeah.
If it's encroachment, it's not on
It's-
Lafayette.
It's on
But
Sulphur.
now they're marching
they're
it
saying
off.
false start, maybe.
Yeah, I think he gave the wrong sign.
Yeah.
We're not going to say anything about the white cap giving the wrong sign.
No.
2 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Second quarter.
Ridge wasn't yelling at him or complaining. They were sharing gumbo recipes out there.
Clock running, 2 minutes, 20 seconds. Tours up 14-7, second quarter here. Lafayette's got 2nd and 6 from their 36-yard line. Third-year starting quarterback, Zan Saunier, is going to take the snap and roll to his left. He is a left-hander. He's got some pressure, makes the throw,
Nice catch.
and that's caught and
What a tackle.
brought down
God, that's that
by
Massey kid.
Tyler Massey. That's going to be at the 47-yard line, which is going to bring up third down. It should be second down. It's going to bring down second down and 5. The down marker says third down. Scoreboard says first down. I think it's second down. So now I'm totally confused. I thought that penalty was on first down, so it was 1st and 15, but maybe not.
Maybe not.
So we'll see here. Sonny takes a snap on whatever
Going
down at
nowhere.
5, but they got nothing. So
Nope.
whatever down it was, add 1 to it, and it's that and still 5 yards to go.
Big old Hugo Perez he sliced in there from that middle linebacker spot. And number 14, who's that?
Lorette.
Caleb Lorette kind of cleaned them up.
So it looks like the Tours have taken a timeout here with 1 minute and 15 seconds. A good job of getting the stop there. It would be 4th and 5 for the Lafayette Lions. Tours leading 14-7, 1 minute, 15 seconds to go. Tony, we know that we have the ability to make a big play here. If we get the ball back, we can score really from anywhere.
Sure.
With some of the skill guys we have out there between Clark and Walker and Stelly and Elliott and VJ and just keep going. Boney.
Well, I mean,
Harris.
What you got on defense as well, you have some really talented backs back there that can turn the game quick too.
I suspect this is going to be a punt on 4th and 5. Saunier's in the game, but he's the punter, and he's back in punt formation. I don't know if I trust him to punt it or not, but in fact, we don't, because we don't have anybody back to field the punt. He could have run for that, but he didn't, thankfully. And that punt is good Lafayette
really
bounce.
good punt.
Average punt, great roll. It's going to go down to the 9-yard line.
So we got a minute 12 to shock the world here, or at least shock Sulphur High.
Yeah.
Matt Walker Stadium. And I think we could do it. I think we've got some big plays in us right before half.
So we need to make up some real estate. Tony, what do you have any suggestions if we're going to make up some real estate?
We might be able to make a little bit. Maybe over with Exit Realty, we could make a little up with them. Josh Foster over at Exit Realty. You guys looking for some property, looking for a home, go see Josh, because we're about to make the move and plan our new home in the red zone.
So, yeah, Tours needs some real estate here. 1st and 10 on their 9-yard line, a minute and 12 seconds to go. It's going to be a handoff to Harris up the middle. Not a bad call, being pinned back that deep. You really don't want something to go wrong.
But you really
Clark's
want
going
to
to keep running.
quicker
however,
than you're going.
Clark's coming to the sideline to get the play, so we're not in a hurry. The worst thing would be especially with a 7-point lead, would be to try too much here and end up with a turnover that costs you points. Clock's running, 45 seconds to go in the second quarter. Tours up 14-7, 12 seconds on the shot on the not the shot clock, on the play clock. There's a snap to Clark. He's going to hand it off to Harris again. Harris gets a couple more yards. Going to bring up third.
Kind of run the clock out.
So it looks like we're going to be content to take the 7-point lead.
And it looks like Lafayette said no.
Yeah, they did. Now, I think that was their last timeout.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Coach Tower probably run it again here. I don't no reason to get fancy. Maybe throw one deep, see if Elliott or somebody can go get it. But
I'm talking on the phone with one of a former tour, Corus Grant, played some D-line and linebacker for Sulphur back around the time they went to state, 06, 07, that time period. He wishing the Tours good luck. Former tour, great worker. He's actually an MMA fighter.
really,
He's solid.
I don't know any of those guys. All right, here we go. It's 3rd and 8, 30 seconds to go. Here's going to be Clark's going to hand it off. Harris is going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage, maybe behind the line of scrimmage, and I think nobody has timeouts.
Yeah, that should run the clock out.
And that'll run out to halftime.
Well,
so halftime score is going to be Sulphur Tours 14, Lafayette Lions 7. Good first half for the first game under Coach Towery. You see some enthusiasm by the Tours there and playing well. So, Tony, first half comments?
I'm impressed. I'm impressed by Coach Kirby's offense. I think Coach Trahan's defense came out and did a fine job. One busted play, you might call it, but moreover, I think the quarterback just made a very good play.
He did, yeah,
and,
no doubt about it.
Other than that, Sulphur's looked solid on both ends. Even our punting game looked good. Our kicking games looked good. Hit the goalpost, but it's early in the season. I love seeing the band. I love hearing the band. Just glad, like you said, to get a little bit back to normal.
Yeah. The offensive line for the Tours there in the first half, in the beginning, got off to a little bit of a rough start. Clark had a lot of pressure, but they kind of rebounded. That's Bryant Trosclair, Harris, Jordan Kelly. Who am I missing there?
Albert Allen.
Albert's
a younger. I think he's a young. How old is he? What grade is he?
He is he's 50.
He's a senior. Well, no, he's a senior.
Senior, yeah.
So he's getting his shot this year. You know what? Wait, he might have been a transfer. He might have been that young man that came from over in Texas. Parents moved here.
Well,
Big,
they kind of got together as the half went on. I think that's just going to get better and better. There's so many communication things and things that have to happen for that O line, and they really gave Clark a little more time as the game went on. It got that nice drive down for the missed field goal and then the touchdown. So
a lot of what Kirby runs is a lot of timing stuff.
mm-hmm.
As you can see with Stelly on that first fake, they faked that handoff to Stelly on the sweep and gave it to McFarland to pick up 2 or 3, 4 yards. But they timed it perfectly on the 2 plays later when Stelly caught it and just caught that safety a little too far outside.
Yeah, it was over. Once he got that corner, it was over. So to summarize the first half, Tours turned it over on had 1 interception thrown. They also recovered a fumble. They roughed the kicker for the Lions. As far as scoring goes, we had a touchdown pass in the first quarter from Jacob Clark to Gavin Elliott, 3-yard little slant to take a 7-0 lead. Lafayette answered with a 60-something yard run by their third-year starting quarterback, Zan Saunier, not Elliott. And then the Tours responded with a drive. Hayden Habit's field goal clanked off the right upright. It looked really good. It was well kicked, hit the right upright and did not go in. Ensuing drive after holding Lafayette on 4th down, turnover on downs, drove down and tagged Stelly with a nice touchdown run to give the lead to the Tours. So, Tony, we got about a 17-minute break before the second half begins. What do you say we take a little break here? We'll go off there. We'll keep the camera rolling. We got the Twisters that are about to dance. So we're going to stop talking, let the Twisters dance.
You guys, I really appreciate it when y'all come back. Walter Vince is going to be on. And
that's right. We're going to lose Tony at halftime because football is fun. But grandkids are funner.
Birthday is more important.
And they're funner.
They are funner.
So
thank you all for letting me do this. I appreciate it. I'm going to grab Walter. Peace out. Sulphur Tours.
So Mitch Red, Tony Tremonti here at halftime. We're going to sign off, and we're going to be myself and Walter Vincent coming back in the halftime. Enjoy the halftime show.
1, 2, 3,
All
4.
right.
1, 2, 3.
Testing.
I hear it.
So, guys, we are back live at Matt Walker Memorial Stadium 2 minutes and 45 seconds prior to the kickoff of the second half. The two teams, the Lafayette Lions and Sulphur Tours, are back in the end zones, loosening up, getting ready to take the field. I have a big announcement before we went off the air for halftime. Tony Tremonti let us know that he was not going to be here for the second half, had a family obligation. And like I told him, football's fun, but grandkids are funner. So during halftime, as luck would have it, we've located the broadcasting legend, Bruce Merchant from KEZM. Bruce is here. I'm going to hand the play-by-play off to Bruce for the second half. I'll fill in the color role, and we're going to get this going. It's quite an honor for me, Bruce. You've called a lot of football games. How many has it been?
I counted up a couple of years ago. It was at least 400.
That's
between
Sulphur.
Sulphur and Barb.
Yeah.
Because I did about 10 years of Barb back in the late 80s and early 90s before I bought the radio station. And then, of course, Howie gives us all these stats and stuff. And he sent me a list of all of the games that Sulphur had played. And I think I counted up between them and Barb over 400.
So do we know what Sulphur's record is in games that you broadcasted?
No, I do not.
That might be good information to know in the future, maybe answer some questions.
I was in the Dome. So that was the 06 year. Yeah,
right.
We went to Superdome. So I did do those.
So, Bruce, you were here for the first half watching. What'd you see out there?
I was impressed with Sulphur's line play, especially on defense. They really did a great job of disrupting the offense for Lafayette. They could not get a run game started. In fact, I was sitting upstairs wondering to myself, why do you keep running up the middle? Sulphur has done an outstanding job of stopping that. I was thinking last year about the game there. This is, I believe, a different quarterback. And this is their third game. And they've scored a lot of points.
Big advantage. Yeah, they have.
I was listening to their radio guy next door. I think last week they scored in like 7 of their 9 possessions. And the first half here was 1 of 7.
Yeah, they in their first 2 games, we talked about it pregame. They defeated Patterson 41-3. Their defense forced 5 turnovers in that game. 3 of them were second half pick sixes. So 3 pick sixes in one game.
Wow.
Last week they defeated Como 48-6. Had a 28-0 halftime lead. So last year when we played Lafayette, they were allowing 30 points a game.
Mm-hmm. This
Year they're allowing 4.5. Now, a little bit skewed maybe by their opponents, but the Tours have looked good. I thought the offenses looked, you can tell it's going to get better. They have a lot of weapons that are back from last year.
Yeah, I noticed that. Especially Walker, having the speed of Walker back in DJ Harris in the backfield. So it's not a whole new offense.
No, same offensive coordinator.
Yeah, Clark played some quarterback last year. McFarland off to a good start running the football. Had that great long run that set up the last touchdown. I believe it was.
Yep.
And they, gotten a couple of turnovers, or at least one. The Sulphur's turned it over once, but the Golden Tours used their takeaway early to get the first touchdown, as they've never trailed in this one, and they lead it 14-7. So, new coach, new system. I like the way it's looked so far.
Good half. I spoke with Coach Towery before the game and just asked him about, all the things that they've had to deal with and the adversity from COVID lockdowns happening right after he got here in the spring to, how that impacted the summer and then 2 hurricanes. And, he just credits the community and the kids and the love for Sulphur High to have all these kids here to play football because we're the only 5A school in Calcasieu Parish playing.
Right.
And he said that, and I said this once, but he said he came here to win a lot of football games. Today, he came here to play a football game. I think he's got that good perspective about how important this game to play it, not whether win or lose, to play it is a big deal for the community. So
that's how I looked at it. The radio station is gone. We lost it in Laura.
Well, I was going to ask you about that. See if you want to talk about that or not.
Well, there's still some options. We're looking at those, but that's going to take a while. I just wanted to come to a football game. I just wanted to be here.
Yeah.
you know, and I think a lot of these people are the exact same way.
I went down the stands at halftime and just visited with some friends and family, and they almost all said, "Man, it's just great to be here.
Yeah.
Really, just great to be here." So
You can tell that they've lost a lot of kids. I mean, a lot of those are not here.
Right.
They're just not here because this is a very small
Right.
Sulphur tour group. I noticed that when they came out to start the first half, they're used to seeing 100 kids out
Right.
here, you know, dressed in the blue and gold. But that's a problem that everybody down here has.
Right.
Is, you know, I understand a lot of kids from Barb have showed up in kinder.
Yeah.
You know, they're not here because they're not going to school, and I understand that. You know, one of my daughter's sisters has her kids in Texas.
well, my son is enrolled at West Monroe.
Yeah.
He's living with his grandparents and going to school up there. We joked that he went to his first West Monroe high school football game as a student a couple of weeks ago, and they got shut out by Karen Crow. He said he could have stayed here and done that.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's back, and he'll be a Sulphur tour again Monday morning. So, all right, Bruce, the tours are going to receive the second half kickoff. Lafayette will put it in play here momentarily. I am going to turn the official play-by-play duties over to you, and we'll see how that goes from there. Looking forward to it.
Only in America can you just be sitting around watching a football game and all of a sudden you are on the air.
When you're the legend,
Yeah.
that can happen. So honored to do it. I'm excited about it. And here we are lined up for the kickoff, and I'll hand it over to you now.
Thank you, sir. Golden Tours will be going from north to south, left to right here at Matt Walker. In the second half, kickoff will go into the end zone for the touchback. So the Tours will start at 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. I was talking with Roderick Anderson before the game. I like the Saturday afternoons. Why don't we do that, say, in November every year?
It's kind of nice.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the college football, and if McNeese has a home game, you can't really do it, and a lot of people work on Saturday. But I like the Saturday afternoon stuff.
It's interesting seeing a home game in Matt Walker in the daylight,
Yeah.
really, to be honest. But so the Tours are going to have 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line.
Clark back in at quarterback. Harris lines up in the backfield to his right, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Wingman also on the right side for the Tours. And Harris will get the handoff to start the third quarter. He'll pick up about 3 out to the 23-yard line. Looked like they were rotating Harris and McFarland most of the first half.
Yeah. Part of the discussion at halftime was the offensive line sort of struggled the first part of the game, but they really seemed to be getting a little momentum. That's a 3-yard gain there for Harris, and in the first half, honestly, that was a no gain or maybe 1. So they're gonna come through here.
They've got some size.
A lot of returners as well.
Yeah. 2nd and 7 from the 23. This time Harris to the left. Clark will throw. Got time. Throw short. It is caught on the slant. That is a first down. That play has worked pretty well for the Tours in the first half. That's Walker once again with the first down.
Yeah, Walker's had a couple of catches there, dropped one earlier. And Clark had more time in that play than he's been having, it seemed like. And really with Bruce, with the weapons that Sulphur has out there, if he has some time, the offense is really going to ignite. So that's going to be a first down at the 32-yard line for the Tours with 11 minutes to go in the third quarter, just getting started here.
He dropped that pass into Walker late
Beautiful.
in the second half.
It's beautiful.
Perfect. From the 32-yard line, Golden Tours leading it by 7 here as we start the third quarter. Clark will hand it off to Harris, and that time the Lafayette defense all over that one. Good play in the backfield by Jalen Linton for a loss back to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, just when I comment on how well the offensive line's playing, something like that happens. That looked like maybe a linebacker that got through there, and that's one of their returning guys, Linton. So, yeah, good play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 14 for the Tours at their 27-yard line.
2 receivers go to the left, 1 to the right. Harris to the left of Clark in the shotgun as he takes the snap. Drops back. Looks like he's trying to set up a screen, and he will throw that one dangerously close to one of the Lions, but thankfully just out of the reach of Braylon Celestine. It'll be 3rd and long.
Very dangerous. I had a bad moment there. Number 9, Theos Figueroa was hot on Jacob Clark's tail. That's the coach's son of the head coach, Cedric Figueroa. We talked about him some, the former Parade All-American linebacker at Lafayette. Notre Dame Fighting Irish football player and an NFL player for a while. His first year as head coach at Lafayette. That's his son, and his son is really good.
Lines up as a defensive end on the left side. 3 receivers to the left for the Tours. On 3rd and 15, Clark with time to throw. Throws it near side. It is caught.
Gavin
Great
Elliott.
tiptoe catch.
Gavin Elliott.
And Elliott will pick up the first down. That catch is made at the 47-yard line. Had his feet planted.
That was a great throw and catch.
Yep.
Elliott was not in on several series in the first half, but he's the leading returning receiver. And
Did he have
that
the
was
first
just
touchdown?
he did. He did
That's
have it
what I
on the slant.
Yep.
Just made a great play there. That was great control of his body. So that gets Torres first down at the 48-yard line.
Clark with the low snap. You'll get it to Harris, and DJ will get maybe a yard at best out close to the 49-yard line. Actually, they'll back it up to the 48, so no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 for the Tours.
Yeah, Clark did a good job just to receive that and hand it off without there being a problem. Harris might have had a little running room if he'd gotten by that one tackler, but he didn't. So it's going to be 2nd and 10.
3 receivers go to the left, 1 to the near side here on the right for the Tours. They lead it by 7 here. We're in the 3rd quarter. Clark will hand it to Harris. Got lots of, well, no, he will keep it. That's why Harris had lots of room to run. There was nobody around him. Clark will go down for a loss back at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, a little read option there. He maybe should have handed it to Harris in hindsight.
Didn't read it right, yeah.
That's going to be a loss. Yeah, it's going to be 3rd and long here. 3rd and about 14, maybe 15.
Yep. That's what they converted, the last set of downs.
Last year sometimes the 3rd and long play was throw it up in the air and let Gavin Elliott go catch it. He had, I don't know how many tipped ball receptions last year. Looks like maybe they're lined up to do that again.
Well, that's him on the right side here. 2 receivers to the left. And Clark to throw. Trying to set up the screen. This time they get it to Harris, but the blocker blocks the wrong guy. DJ will pick up yards to the 49, but it'll be 4th down and 9 coming up for Sulphur.
So offense did part of their job, got out of the hole, kind of flipped the field here.
Yep.
Good punt here by Corey Baudouin will maybe pin Lafayette back a little further and let the defense get back to work.
Right now, nobody back deep for Lafayette. Now they'll send somebody back. I guess they were not sure the Tours were going to actually kick it.
Deep snappers Daniel Burton. They also plays cornerback for the Tours.
Daracell is the deep man for Lafayette. Good snap, no rush. End over end kick. But it does not take the good Sulphur roll. Boy,
That might have hit Lafayette.
You thought the way it was rolling through the air would take a good roll, but it will be down at the 26-yard line at 8:23 to go in the 3rd quarter. Sulphur leads at 14-7 at Lafayette with their first possession of the 2nd half at their 27. Mark at the 27.
So in the first half for the Tours on defense, Bladen Laidlaw, number 41, and number 97, Emmanuel Brady, really disrupted things for Lafayette. Let's see if they can continue to do that, them along with Ridge Markintel.
Saunier, quarterback, will take the snap, the shotgun. Looking to throw, it gets the slant. It is caught. Thankfully, the guy falls down at the midfield. Otherwise, Figueroa may still be running.
Yeah, Ethan Arsenal was there with the coverage, but it was a step behind him, and that could have been really bad. Nice pass and catch by Saunier.
Maybe their best pass play of the day.
I think it is.
1st and 10 from the 49 now for Lafayette. They trail by 7. Saunier throws. It is complete. 1st down, 40, 35, 30, 25 to the 20, and pushed out of bounds on the far side of the field. And that is Simeon Jones with the reception. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So 2 quick pass plays. And Lafayette is in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, he kind of got that ball and got to the sideline. Daniel Burton pushed him out of bounds on a good hustle play, but big gain there. So that's going to be 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Lions.
Man in the backfield. That's Livesay. He is to the left of Saunier. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Going to give it up the middle, and there's the Golden Tour run defense. All over Carson Livesay. It's a loss of a yard back to the 17.
Yeah, nothing doing there. Sophomore linebacker Corey Hyatt kind of led the charge there for the Tours, along with that D line that's really controlling things up the middle.
Some big guys in there for Sulphur, but on defense, you also want speed. And so far, Sulphur has been able to get around the offensive linemen for the most part here against Lafayette this afternoon. They've done a good job of shutting down the running game, especially right there in the middle. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right on 2nd and 11 from the 17. Sonny in the shotgun. He will give it to Livesay once again. He breaks free to the 10. And he's down at about the 7-yard line, one of the rare times that Lafayette has been able to run it up the middle.
Yeah, really thought we had him there for a second after a short game, but he made a nice little move to the outside and broke free. Then Lafayette's going quick here on 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, yep. They're going to hand it off for the first down. Livesay will get it to the 5 right in the middle of the field. And it'll be 1st and goal to go. Lions with 6:40 once the clock starts up to go in the 3rd quarter. Sulphur leads by 7.
Tours defense on their heels a little bit. I think 2 pass plays, maybe there's an adjustment that Coach Figueroa from the Lions made. But we'll see if we can get a stop, keep them off the board, or hold them to a field goal maybe, and get the ball back and get something going.
3 receivers will come to the left side for Lafayette as they head toward the north end zone here at Matt Walker. 1 to the right. From the shotgun, they give this to Toka, who ran a lot of the first quarter or first half, had a lot of trouble running as he did there. He'll lose a yard.
Another sophomore, Bladen Laidlaw, again, number 41 on the tackle. He's really getting in the backfield and disrupting things for the Tours.
We have water breaks in October?
I guess.
Yeah.
They have their rules. I don't think they care what the temperature is.
No. They used to end in October, but I guess since the season didn't start till the end of September. So we'll take a water break too. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Cloudy afternoon, but a very nice afternoon for high school football finally here at Sulphur High.
Yeah, we talked a lot, Bruce, in pregame and during the first half about just how nice it is. Well, you said it, to be at a football game and look around. And even from the press box, it's a great press box here at Matt Walker. You can see things that last year you could not see from here.
I noticed that upstairs. You can see the casinos
nothing
from here in the bridge.
Nothing normal at all. But when you look in the stands, student section, the field, there's a little pocket of normalcy here.
It's all the same.
The band is socially distanced, taking up half the visitor side, but that's okay. They're doing a great job.
The 2 biggest crowds we have won't be here this year in Barb or St. Winston, one way or the other. 2nd down and goal to go at the 6 now for Lafayette. Sonye will throw to the end zone and is caught for the touchdown. John Leger might have stiff-armed the defender back there, but he gets cleared just above the S in Sulphur for the score, and the Lions have cut it to 1 at 14-13.
Yeah, Caleb Lorette was there on the coverage. Had good coverage. Maybe should have looked back a little sooner, but did get a little bump from the receiver going into the end zone.
Sonye will stay in the shotgun. This is how they beat us last year. Went for the 2-point conversion.
It sure was. They're going to go for 2 here.
They will run it, and that's going nowhere. You're going to go to a play that Sulphur has stuffed all night long, all afternoon long for the 2-point conversion. The Tours stuff it again. So with 5:54 to go in the 3rd, Sulphur still leads it. It's 14-13.
Well, Bruce, it's not my place to question why they went for 2, but I'm glad they did. And I don't understand it with halfway through the 3rd quarter that would have tied the game with an extra point. So that allows the Tours to keep their lead and 1-point lead. And maybe ironically, we win by 1 this year, and I'll take it.
Yeah, when they lined up, I thought about that because I think we had talked about it in Lafayette after the game. But, I thought they had actually stopped them at the initial carry, and the guy fought his way into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Now, last
year was such a season of just close losses and heartbreaks.
I was thinking about that too the other day.
That and the
6.
Yeah,
and 5 or 6.
The Como game where they scored at the last minute, and just the Tours played so well to not win. And just hoping this year maybe Lady Luck helps a little bit, and kids are ready. And So Tours still with a 14-13 lead, 5:54 to go in the third quarter. Lafayette will kick it off here.
This is Akari Paul, I believe is his name. He kicks it pretty good.
It's not that they don't have a kicker.
No. I don't remember who kicked the extra point the first time. Actually, that is
That was Ashton Gilbo that kicked that.
39, not 35. So Sulphur will take over at the 20-yard line, 1st and 10, up by 1. They are on the road next week, I believe. Huh?
They are.
I kind of wasn't planning on doing this. So.
At
Southside.
At Southside.
Yeah, at Turlings. Southside got pummeled last night by Acadiana. Southside should be good because most of their kids were juniors last year.
Yeah, they also the kid that caught the pass for Como that beat us last year, Malik Neighbors is his name. There's
Here's McFarland from the 20, the far side 25 to the 30. And he goes head to head with one of the defenders and knocks him backwards about 5 yards.
So when
down.
Yeah, when McFarland is not playing running back, he's often playing linebacker, and he showed a little bit of that right there. Holding on the Tours.
But he's the big back. Harris is the I guess the fast back, though McFarland had the great run.
Yeah. So the boy that caught the touchdown pass to beat Sulphur at Como last year, Malik Neighbors, highly recruited receiver, I happened to see he transferred to Southside. So he's there now, not at Como.
Southside took a lot of the Como kids.
I think so.
And some from Lafayette.
That was a nice run by McFarland. Hate to see it called back, but it'll be 1st and 11 now for the Tours.
3 receivers to the left, 1 out here to the right. Looks near side, pumps one, throws deep. Great catch by Walker. But Byron couldn't quite get away from the one guy that prevented him from scoring, Nick Cormier. Otherwise, it's just a 50-yard sprint. But a great catch. Once again, another good throw, Clark and Walker.
Yeah, great throw and catch. Yeah, Nick Cormier, the defensive back, just shoestring tackle, or Walker takes that to the house. Big gain up to the Lafayette 48-yard line on the throw and catch.
Double coverage. And he just laid it in there perfectly. 3 receivers again go to the left. Walker out here to the right. McFarland in the backfield, and he will get the football. He is at the 45, at the middle of the field at the 40, and he just will not go down. Takes about 3 Lions to push him back, but he's going to pick up 8 down to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, McFarland there with a great run, and he got tackled and he fell forward. That was another yard or 2. So every yard counts. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Nice run. O-line kind of picking it up there a little bit on the run game, it looks like.
2 receivers either side now for Lafayette, for Sulphur. The Golden Tours at the 40-yard line with a 2nd and 2 in Lafayette territory. There's McFarland again, but he runs right into a couple of the guys in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a couple to the 42. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
That receiving core out there for the Tours right now is Jack Boney, Caleb Vijay, Tag Stelly, and Braylon Walker. And then, of course, McFarland in at running back right now. He and Harris alternating, as Bruce said earlier.
So a 3rd and 4. Coming up on the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. Tours lead at 14-13 now. 1 receiver goes out to the far side. That's Walker. Now 3 receivers here to the right. Clark to throw over the middle. It is juggled and incomplete. Stelly had his hands on it. I think the defender got there before he could wrap it up. So it's 4th down and 4.
Yeah, it's good defense. Stelly was open. Good throw by Clark.
Yes,
this would have been a great catch if he had held on to that. It's going to bring up 4th and 4 for the Tours. Looks like the punting unit's going to come in, flip the field, and get the defense back to work. Again, a good job. Go ahead, Bruce. I'm sorry.
That's Bodine back out. 1 man deep.
Tours offense did a good job again of getting down the field and lengthen it for the Lions.
Good snap. Thinking about running with it. Instead, he kicks it. It's going to take a heck of a roll. Inside the 10, inside the soccer lines, near the 5-yard line. Baudouin was thinking about maybe running that and discovered he couldn't do it. He got off a pretty good kick.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch and see if Coach Towery comes to talk to him. I'm wondering if he kept that a little longer than Coach wanted him to. It turned out great.
Yep. Pins Lafayette down at the 6-yard line. They trail 14-13 with 3:36 to go in the third quarter.
Like the same defensive package out for the Tours. Cornerback Grayson Stelly, the freshman, is back in there. He's had a lot of playing time today. He's on the right corner.
Man comes in motion from right to left. Saunier in the end zone. Well, here comes the pressure, and he sidesteps it, takes off to the 10, to the 15, and he's out of bounds at the 23, 24-yard line, and then he gets hammered.
Ethan Arsamont really laid it on him. He was tiptoeing the sideline, probably got an extra 5 yards for just being able to not run out of bounds, but Arsamont took care of that. And I'll tell you, Bruce number 35, Hugo Perez, was all in Saunier's number. Yeah, he was in his grill, and Saunier just got away. Saunier's a third-year starter and thankfully a senior, and he does a good job. Pretty savvy kid. First down.
He'll send 3 receivers to the right, 1 out here to the left from the 24, 1st and 10 Lions. 1 man in the backfield is Carson Livesay. And they're going to throw. Left-hander will bring it down, and he will be brought down for the sack back at the 23-yard line.
Ridge Marcantel got to Saunier that time. We've been close to him a lot, hadn't got him a lot, but nice play there by the senior linebacker, Ridge Marcantel, number 54.
I've liked this defense so far.
They've played well.
Very well, yes, sir. 2nd and 11 for the Lions. A short 11, the ball just inside the 24-yard line. Again, 3 receivers to the right, 1 out here to the left. They run this formation a lot and run the ball out of it most of the time. They're going to throw the ball, or at least attempt to. Saunier is in big trouble. He dumps it off in time, and it's incomplete. He threw it to, I think, a receiver who was actually blocking downfield. There were 3 Tours on his heels.
So Saunier was rolling to his right. Being a lefty quarterback, really tough throw for him to kind of turn and make the throw, and it wasn't well thrown, and the receiver wasn't looking. You're right. He had the defensive back locked up.
I'm a lefty quarterback, so I understand.
So you get it.
Yep, I get it. And he was lucky he didn't get caught from behind. So it'll be 3rd down and a short 11. Ball at the 24-yard line in Lafayette territory. The Lions trail by 1 here late in the 3rd. They'll empty out the backfield now, as Livesay will line up on the right side as a receiver. Tours are blitzing. Here comes the pressure. He is hit as he throws. It is low and incomplete.
Oh,
and a flag for what?
Late
hit.
Flags.
It wasn't interference. It was a bad throw.
No, number 6, Tyler Massey, had great coverage. Flags were really late. They should have been thrown sooner if there were going to be an interference call.
I was watching for one maybe in the backfield.
Calling it. No, they're calling pass interference. Crowd doesn't like it. That was a great play by the sophomore.
Not a great pass. It was down around his ankles. I think Coach Towery wants a conversation with the Whitehead. Is that Daryl Burkell? The Whitehead today?
It
Dr.
looks
Burkell?
like him. Yeah. Looks like it could be him.
I mean, how many high schools have a university president as their Whitehead on Friday nights or Saturday afternoons? He loves it. I'll talk to him about it about once a year, McNeese. He absolutely loves this job. So it is 1st down Lafayette at the 38. They'll throw it again out here to the near side. It is incomplete. Good coverage for the Golden Tours.
Yeah, that was number 14, Caleb Lorette, on the coverage. He did a great job. Pretty well thrown ball.
Receiver. Yeah, he was up against the sideline and had the good defender, good defense by the Tours. So 2nd and 10 from the 38 for the Lions.
So Bladen Laidlaw came out here after that play. Looks like number 50, Kylan Kelly, defensive lineman junior, is in there in his spot for this play, along with number 25, Caleb Blaylock, and Ridge Marcantel on that D line. Now we're going to have a conversation.
Official, wants to have a talk with Dr. Burkell. Kind of helps that LSU's not playing today. No reason to stay home. Come out and watch football today.
Might be a blessing for LSU to not have to play Florida. Florida coming off a loss at Texas A&M last week, and LSU kind of had a sting at Missouri.
They don't look too good. Giving up lots of points.
Good time for an off week.
And Saints are off too, so this is the only game in town. On 2nd and 10, they will hand it off. Livesay will bounce it outside to the right to the 40, the 45, and close to the first down marker on the far side of the field into his bench.
Really thought we had him pinned up again, and he kind of bounced it outside and got 9 yards.
That's been part of their problem is they're not bouncing it outside. They continue to try to go up the middle, and the Tours are all over that. It is a gain of almost 10, so it'll be 3rd down and 1. The ball at the Lafayette 47-yard line. Two receivers to the left and two to the right. Livesay in the backfield to the right of Saunier. Takes the snap. He will keep it himself on the right side. Got the first down into Sulphur territory inside the 45. To about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, I think that was keep all the way. It was a read option look, but it looked like Saunier was had a little extra pep in his step there to get that first down. Nice play. It's going to get the Lions down to the Sulphur 43-yard line.
Drive started back at their 6.
It's been a long drive. We're down to 140 to go in the third quarter. Be a good time for a stop.
Receivers left and right. Turnover.
Even better.
I think that is Livesay in the backfield. A flag goes down from behind the Sulphur defense.
Well, we know this one's not pass interference.
No.
Because they hadn't snapped the ball yet.
And from his position, he's not calling offsides. Dead ball foul. Illegal procedure.
Somebody must have moved.
Yeah. Either that or equipment. So it'll be 1st and 15. It's their 3rd, I believe. They had a couple of false starts in the first half. So it'll be at least their 3rd illegal procedure penalty.
Yeah, and again, we talked about it, but it's Lafayette's 3rd game of the season. They had a couple of prior games that they won big against teams that aren't as good as Sulphur, but still they got an opportunity to knock out some of their kinks. This is a season opener for Sulphur, so you got to give them a little bit, but overall they've played well.
Ball at the 48-yard line now. That's Saunier to throw. Too high, trying to get the slant. Again, the Tours had great double coverage there. It was Perez along with Lorette in there.
Yeah, Grayson Stelly in there as well. It's triple coverage, so we've got a sophomore and a freshman in our defensive backfield, and that is something that you don't see a lot anywhere really at 5A level, especially at Sulphur. But a couple of really good athletes there with Stelly and Massey as well.
So it's 2nd and 15 at the 48 in Sulphur territory for Lafayette. They trail by 1. They'll fake the throw, and they'll run the quarterback draw, and it's going to work very well. On the far side of the field, Saunier still on his feet as he gets it inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, quarterback draw all the way. Saunier with a really nice run. Ethan Arsamont had a shot at him, slowed him down a little bit. Daniel Burton took him out at the 9-yard line. Good hustle play, but a big gain for the Lions there.
So it'll be 1st and goal to go. Clock runs with 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Sulphur with a 1-point lead here. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Tight end is on the right, I believe, for Lafayette. They have one at all. They're going to throw the slant. It is incomplete.
Another
flags will come down. Yep. Will be interference, I reckon, at about the 1-yard line.
Well, that was number 6, Tyler Massey again. And again, it looked from here to be good defensive play.
That'll set them up Half the distance.
That's going to get them to the
Yep,
4.
to the 4.
28 seconds to go in third quarter. Mitch Red here with the legend Bruce Merchant on Tornado Radio Network, getting the Sulphur Tour home opener under our belt here.
From the shotgun. First and goal to go inside the 5. Flag goes down, and we're going to get a false start, I would imagine, as they're blowing it dead. Illegal motion. I wonder if they're getting Saunier. Have you noticed this?
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
he leans
Yep.
before the ball is snapped.
He did, and he does it a lot. And I thought, well, maybe he's like a pitcher. If he does the same thing every time, they let him get away with
Yeah.
it. But he does lean and almost. He doesn't take a step, but he really leans in before that snap comes.
I'm wondering
They
if
might
the
have got in
defense
there.
has picked up on that too.
Yeah, I noticed that in the first half, and noticed it a couple of times here in the second half as well. So maybe, but hey, whatever it was, we'll take it. That gets us back
First
to the
and
10.
goal to go at the 10. He will throw. Golden Tours almost have him in the backfield. They've still got a chance to get him. He is hit as he throws it. It's a touchdown. Leger just kind of set down in the L, and the defense lost him. And Saunier just got it to him. I thought when he let it go, as to who's going to intercept him.
Yeah. They had 3 tours around the guy, and he just dropped it right in there. A lot of pressure. Looked like number 23 for the Tours, Michael Johnson, had a bead on him and maybe slowed down a minute because Saunier's been so elusive. Had a chance to maybe take him out before he got the pass off. But nevertheless, nice pass and a touchdown for Lafayette.
This is Gilbo, I believe. Snap is good. He kicks it very well, and I don't know why they went for 2. That will make it 20-14 with 14 seconds left. First time the Lions have had a lead in this one. They've scored 13 unanswered here in the third quarter.
So 14 seconds to go in third quarter. Yeah, Lions are now up 20-14. Bruce, the Tours offense is going to have to do more than get a couple of first downs here. I think they're going to have to maybe get some points on the board and let the defense rest a little bit and let their defensive coordinators figure out what's going on out there. Seems like the Lions' passing attack has kind of come to life here in the second half.
That was a 94-yard drive.
Yeah, it
They
was a long
started
drive.
back at the 6.
And a long drive. A lot of time.
But they've had 2 long scoring drives here in the third quarter. The other one, I think, with 80, maybe. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It's still 20-14. They could have gone 100 yards or 1 yard. As Gilbo has it teed up on the south 40. A couple of men back deep. Walker is one of them for the Tours. And Creary. I think it is number 10, Traylon Creary.
Yeah, Traylon Creary. Yep, he's a first-year guy back out. He's a senior. Basketball player, now playing a little football. He may get an opportunity here.
Nope.
He's not going to take it out. Lafayette always has a good kicker. Every year they have a good kicker. I guess it's that soccer program over there.
If you got a good soccer program, you got a good kicker.
Yeah, Sulphur's there as well. We've had good kickers the last several years, and makes a big difference to have a guy that's just going to put it out of the end zone. It takes that long return out of play.
I say it every year. It's one of the things Jimmy Shaver told me. He said, if you can make it an offense start at the 20-yard line every time, you're going to win most of those.
Yeah.
That's a long way for a high school team to go, any team to go. That's where the Tours will start once again, as they now trail for the first time this afternoon by 6. Clark in the shotgun. Harris back in the game. He got a little bit of a hole to his right, but he is caught from behind after a short gain of 2. That looked good when it started.
It really did. Yep.
But somebody from Lafayette grabbed him. Eben Figueroa grabbed him as he went past, and that'll be the end of the third quarter here with Lafayette on top 20-14.
So the Tours will have the ball 2nd and 8 from their 22-yard line when we start the fourth quarter. Again, Lafayette has shown this year they score a lot of points, and you can see why with the 2 drives they've had in the third quarter after the Tours defense really dominated the Lions in the first half. Lafayette with 2 impressive drives. Looks like Zan Cormier has kind of come to life and showed what a third-year starting quarterback can do, and he's really, really been impressive. Lafayette's defense has bent some. The Tours have moved the ball a little bit, but just can't seem to get it down to the red zone. It's like that same personnel package in for the Tours. Big Zane Bryant, number 73 down there. Try to get those offensive linemen, Bruce. They don't get a lot of love. Number 68 down there for the Tours is Caleb Harris. Those are seniors, 72. Dawson LeBrun is a sophomore.
64.
And 64 is Cannon Trosclair, another senior playing center. Missed one there. Caleb Vijay playing tight end. He's in a slot.
So 2nd and 8. The play fake. Clark to throw it. He's in big trouble. Just throws it up, and thankfully it's out of bounds. Ooh. Kid went up and tried to tip it back into the field of play.
So if his teammate would have still been in bounds, that would have been an interception. Kid jumped out of bounds, tipped the ball back to a teammate who caught it, luckily, but was out of bounds, so incomplete. Nice play. Good heads-up play.
Never seen that.
Never seen it.
First for me.
And a dangerous throw by Clark. He was really under a lot of pressure.
It was about
on that
5-yard line going backwards when he threw that.
Gavin Elliott in the game split wide right now. He hadn't been in the last couple of series.
That's 3rd and 8 from the 22-yard line for the Tours, who trailed by 6 here early in the 4th. Clark to throw. That is tipped at the line of scrimmage and incomplete.
Yeah, Clark really got hit hard by number 49 for the Lions. That's Tim Wilson.
Yeah.
No relation to Tim Wilson of Sulphur, I'm sure. Really hit Clark hard right as he released the ball.
So a 4th down now, and Baudouin will punt deep in his own territory here.
3 and out is not what we know. It's not the way we drew it up, Bruce.
Not from this spot on the field. With Lafayette's offense getting a little bit cranked up here in the second half. Baudouin will hit this at about his 10-yard line or so. One man back deep at his 37. Good snap, no rush. Line drive kick. It will bounce and continue to roll. Well, that's a great roll. Look at this. 15. Inside right at the 11-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 22. I ain't that good with
That's
math.
about a 68-yard punt.
Wow. 67, Mr. Robbie, the PA guy, says, and I'll take his word for it. So, boy, that's you flip the field when you're at the 22-yard line.
We'll take it.
Yes.
It wasn't pretty, but we will take it.
So at the 11-yard line, 1st and 10 Lafayette, 11:32 to go in the ball game. Lions lead it 20-14. Big season opener for the Golden Tours.
A little bit of confusion there with Lorette coming out and now back in.
Hopefully we only have 11.
A lot of moving around.
Yep. And Sulphur will call it timeout. Probably very wise.
Yeah, we had 3 defensive backs that clearly were not sure where their assignment was. Coming in really at the last minute right before the snap and getting the timeout call.
Yeah, you don't want to make a mistake when you're down by 6.
No, not now.
Against a team that's averaging 40 points a ball game, you held them to just 20. But the Tours did not score in that 3rd quarter, and they trailed 20-14 here. I think Sulphur has, 6 games on the schedule this year?
Let's see. Among all this stuff they gave me, Bruce, I have a schedule somewhere in here.
Yeah, the general manager.
So,
good at it.
2020 schedule, well, it includes 6 games. Would have been 7, but for the Lafayette game.
Yep.
So next week at Southside, and then home against Como, and then a couple of opponents that we don't normally play with.
Vermilion is in there.
Eunice. And then New Iberia, of course, for homecoming. So 6 game schedule for the Tours.
My former broadcast partner is an alumni of a Eunice High School. He used to be a Bobcat. 1st and 10 Lions from their own 11-yard line, leading by 6. Here comes the pressure. The throw is short of one guy and too far for another. Simeon Jones may have been the intended receiver, but there was another guy out beyond him.
Yeah, Grayson Stelly, good coverage on the deep guy, and there was a couple of tours on the.
Phillips was the long guy, and it landed right in between them. Again, good pressure by the Golden Tours.
Yeah, we hit Sonia that time. Hadn't hit him many times, but we did get him that time.
So it's 2nd and 10 from the 11. 2 receivers will go left, 2 will come right. Pistol formation now for the Lions. Now Livesey will walk over to the left side of his quarterback, Saunier, and he will get the football, and he will get some running room out across the 15 to about the 18-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd and short now for the Lions.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd and 2. Nice run there. Again, he kind of got hit, but he was able to move it outside a little bit and get a little running room.
They may have made some offensive line adjustments. And
seems that way.
Yeah, they're getting a little bit more up the middle here in this second half. So 3rd and 2 from the 19 for the Mighty Lions. 4 down linemen for the Tours. Now linebacker will creep up. They will hand it off for the first down. This is Toka in there, Reno Toka. And Reno will get it out to the 27-yard line and another Lions first down with 10:42 to go.
Daniel Burton there with the tackle. You know, one thing that could be going on, Bruce, that we've not rotated many D linemen in there in this game. I believe there's been 5 in the 4 spots, and it's the first game.
And their linemen have played 3.
Yeah, and
right.
I don't know if we're in as good a conditioning as we'll be in as the season goes on, but could be some fatigue happening down there.
3 receivers line up left for the Lions as they go from left to right, north to south here at Matt Walker in the 4th. They will keep it on the ground. And again, good running room for Toka as he will get it out across the 35 to the 36. You'll take 9 on first down every day.
Yeah, I thought Toka might get loose there. Ethan Arsamont lassoed him, brought him down after a gain of 9.
You know, I wonder if your point is right on about the fact that this is the first game for Sulphur.
Well, and just weeks without practice. I mean,
yeah.
without conditioning, without doing really anything other than what the kids do on their own, has to be a factor.
They say you can't replicate game stuff.
Now, we did have the Westlake scrimmage, but
Sulphur jumps and then they jump. In high school, you can jump and be off sides on defense. Never liked that rule.
Like
it is a false start.
Yeah, they're going to back them up.
Call it on the offense.
So we do have another sub in there on the D line now. Number 94, the senior Cage Owens is in. Cage was a linebacker at one point, good-sized kid. He's in there now playing on the left side of the defensive line.
So it's 2nd and 6 now. The ball back at the 31-yard line for the Mighty Lions. Livesey back in the ball game on the right side of Saunier's quarterback. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. And they will give it to Livesey, and the Golden Tours will wrap him up. After a short gain, he'll get it back to the 34-yard line. It will bring up 3rd down, and the Lions will need 3.
Yeah, Ridge Marcantel and number 35, Hugo Perez, in there to tackle with the previously mentioned Cage Owens there to kind of finish it off.
So another big 3rd down coming up for the Sulphur defense.
This is a big play, Bruce. 8 minutes to go, 8:40 to go in the game, down 6. Really need to stop and then get the ball back, let the offense do their thing. Get down 2 scores could be a problem for the Tours.
Very difficult. 2 receivers to the left, 2 over here to the right. The Tours will jump. That'll be first down, Lafayette.
You know, that was the big man, Manuel Brady, who has played his heart out today. And you know, they say when the body gets tired, the mind gets tired. And I'm guessing that Saunier went on 2 and Brady went on 1. And it's going to be a first down for the Lions.
Play a little bit last year?
Yes.
I thought so. I remember. He's a big guy right there in the middle.
Yeah, he's done a great job of clogging that middle up today.
1st and 10 Lions from their own 39-yard line. They're just running the clock now. Coming up on the 8-minute mark in the ball game. Saunier will keep it. Goes to the left side. He'll pick up 5, maybe 6 out to the 45-yard line. A nice hole once again for Lafayette, something they did not see in that first half.
No, not at all. And I do think, we'll talk to Coach Towery this week, but I suspect that we're going to hear him say that the guys just ran out of gas because they've really
they've been on the field a lot.
They've played well. Yeah.
2nd and 4 from the 45 for the Lions. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Pistol formation right now. Saunier from the shotgun will take the snap. He will keep it himself. And he'll pick up a couple to the 47-yard line. Another big 3rd down coming up for the Sulphur defense. 3rd down and 3. They have converted 2 on this possession. It began, again, back at their 11-yard line. And they are just eating up the clock. It's down to under 7 minutes.
Yeah, so the big man Brady is not in the game. They'll give him a rest here on 3rd and 2. Looks like Owens is still in there. Didn't see who went in for Brady. Just need to make a play here. We need one play.
They will give it up the
And
middle, and the
there it
Tours are
is.
there to stuff it. Yes, sir. Liv say that's what we saw all first half. A loss of a yard. 4th down and 4.
Ridge Markendale, senior linebacker, number 54, in there again. He's had a great game tonight. A lot of tackles. Wish I had the stats because I'd like to see his numbers. But so, yeah, 4th and 3.
Yep.
And I can't imagine that they would do anything
I
but
don't
punt.
think so, yeah. Now you've got a chance to pin Sulphur back deep with 6:05 to go, and the clock's still running. Saunier is also the punter, only 11 yards back.
Be a good time for Berlin Walker to shank.
Another bad kick. Yeah, he's had a few of those today.
Yeah.
That one, I think, crossed the fence. No,
Yeah.
it didn't.
I think my wife caught the first one. She's sitting on the 4th row. Yeah, that was not a good kick, and we'll take it.
40-yard line.
So that sets the scene for a good finish here, Bruce. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. I'll take a 5-minute and 42-second drive for a touchdown.
Get the extra point.
We owe them. We beat them by 1. That'll be a little poetic justice, so to speak. It's like Stelly, Vijay, Boney, and Walker in at the receivers.
Markendale will be the running back.
And McFarland in at running back, and then you've got
we got our water break.
oh yeah, you don't want to miss that. Saw Zane Bryant come to the side making the give me some water motion. Didn't know. Dawson LeBrun out there with Bryant, Trosclair, and Big Albert Allen.
So 1st and 10 Tours. They trail by 6 with 5:50 to go from their own 40-yard line now. They've had good field position for a lot of today's game. Clark will hand it to McFarland. McFarland up the middle for a very short gain, maybe to the 42-yard line.
Just hasn't been a lot to get up the middle for Sulphur or for Lafayette until just here of late for the Lions. No reason to hurry. We got 5.5 minutes. Really like to score and not give it back to them.
Yeah.
If that using that timeout earlier could come back to haunt us, having to use it on defense, but got to do what you got to do.
Clark awaits the snap. He'll drop back to throw. Throws far side into Lafayette. Pride of Lions, but they drop it.
So number 15 for the Lions, Kareem Valère is probably going to hear about that from his teammates and his
You threw it right at
when he
him.
gets home. Threw it right to him.
Yeah.
He was shocked. Hit him right in the hands, dropped it.
That's 3rd down and 8 from the 42-yard line.
So maybe we can make him pay here for that mistake.
3 receivers to the right side. Walker over here to the left. Stelly comes in motion. They will pitch it to him. It's a decent block from Walker, but it's the short side of the field. He goes out of bounds short of the first down. So now what do you do on 4th and 3 at midfield?
With 5 minutes to go, down 6, looks like they're going to kick it.
Yep. Hope your defense can get a 3 and out here.
It's a tough call. I mean, you really hate to give the ball back to Lafayette, but it's probably the right call.
I think so. If you've got 2 timeouts,
Because you really don't want to give it to them at midfield.
you only need the 1 score.
Oh, no.
Terrible snap. Lafayette will recover it at the 26, 27-yard line.
Should have gone for it, Bruce.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the snap was high. Baudouin got a hand on it, but really couldn't bring it down. And at that point, it really didn't matter who recovered it, but Lafayette did recover it at about the 32-yard line.
I think the only fear was they were going to pick it up. That was a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Baudouin was the only guy down there in a blue shirt.
So
now the Lions are set up at the Sulphur 27-yard line, leading by 6 with 4:52 to go.
And I'm guessing we're going to see a lot of number 27 Livesay here on this possession, the running back. I don't know why they would even put the ball in the air.
He lines up on the right arm of Saunier in the backfield. Here's his first carry to the 25 on the far side to the 20-yard line, tripped up by looks like Hyatt.
I think it was Hyatt, and I misspoke. They had the ball on the 27, not on the 32, so that's going to be second down and 3 from the 20-yard line now.
2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, forcing the Tours to have to spread out the defense. They've done that all game long. It's just what they do. Livesay comes in motion. They're going to throw it to him out here at the 20. Got the first down to the 15. Flag goes down.
We're going to have a little block in the back there, maybe on Lafayette. That would be helpful for us. Again, Emmanuel Brady, not in the game. He was gassed earlier.
It is holding on Lafayette, so that'll back it up. It's a spot foul, so it won't be too severe for Lafayette, but it'll get it out beyond the 20 once again to the 24. And you can't give up 3 here either.
No, you really can't. And, we know their guy can kick it a long way. I'm assuming he's accurate.
But the clock will start. 4 minutes to go in the ball game. Tours trail by 6. Lions will send 2 receivers to the near side, the short side of the field. 2 over to the left. Livesay in the backfield with Saunier. They don't play with a tight end. No snap. Saunier picks it up. Now he'll take off with nothing but green turf to the end zone as he dives over a Sulphur defender.
Well,
man, that middle opened up.
It was a low snap. He bobbled it. It hit the ground. He picked it up, and that probably is what opened up the middle. But once he got it in his hands and his feet under him, he was off to the races. Looked like number 14, Lorette, was there maybe to make a tackle at the 1-yard line, but nice dive by Saunier. He just jumped over him and really was going to get in whether Lorette had hit him or not.
Gilbo in for the extra point into the south end zone. That makes it 27-14 Lafayette as they have taken control here in the second half. And I think we'll give them credit for some adjustments, but I think your point about Sulphur playing this first game is probably got a lot to do with it also.
Yeah, you can kind of see it, and when you start looking for it, you can really see it. And Zan Saunier, I mean, I joked with the Lafayette radio guys before the game. It seems like he's been the starting quarterback for 7 years at Lafayette. It is his 3rd. And they talked about just what an athlete he is, going to play baseball at LSU. He's a great baseball player, great athlete, great leader, and he's kind of taken over the game, it seems like. I mean, he's made some passes, some runs, really on that touchdown, could have just fallen on it to keep from losing that loose ball, but picked it up and ran for 20 yards and a touchdown. So great play by him. That was impressive.
So 3:37 to go.
So, yeah, the Tours are in a bind now. I can tell you that, you never want to not win a football game. But the community will leave here and they'll go home and they'll say, hey, we went to a football game today. And
we played well.
And we have played well. And I'm not throwing in the towel yet, but we're down 13 with 3:37 to go. But it's high school football and we got some guys that can play. So let's see what happens.
Gilbo will kick it.
Golly.
Short flag down there off sides.
By about 3 yards.
And they're going to blow it dead.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I was about to say, they may have stopped when they heard the whistle, but Walker was off to the races.
I guess it's an automatic dead ball on all sides because one of their guys was about 3 yards past the ball when they kicked it. I mean, it was not even.
I think that happens at every kickoff. You just don't.
Maybe not.
Obvious,
maybe not maybe not 3 yards past it. But
it's got to be 3 yards before they'll throw the flag. So that'll back it up to the 35-yard line, and Gilbo will kick it again. Not a very good kickoff by his standards. Usually he kicks it in the end zone. That one was at about the 10. So he'll tee it up right in the middle of the field at the 35-yard line. Walker back deep. Along with Creary, they're standing at their 10-yard line. Lafayette on top now by 13. They trailed at one time 14-7. And they will just kind of muff this one along the ground.
Is that an onside kick?
I think it was supposed to be.
And the kicker kind of pooched it, and he sprinted after it. That was a designed attempt to get the ball back.
Fell on it. A couple of guys did.
I'm sure Coach Figueroa's not trying to run it up over there. Maybe that was just a way to seal the game.
Well,
nevertheless,
what it does is it gives you Sulphur as possession at the 48-yard line. They've still got 2 timeouts. You can get a quick one here.
It'll be a good time for a big play.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we've got Boney, Elliott, Stelly, McFarland in at running back here. VJ.
Clark will throw. Looks both sides. Now he will take off. Still has it in his hand. Now he has to run, and he is pushed out of bounds. The Sulphur bench at the 48-yard line, though. So it's 43. It's a good pickup on the first down play. He gets out of bounds.
Got out of bounds, stopped the clock with 3:20 to go. It's going to be 2nd down and 2. Good time to maybe take a shot here. Clark was rolling to his left, or he got rushed and we had to run to his left. Really tough to make that throw for him. So wisely kept it and got good yardage.
And he looked left and right. Now they're going to move all the receivers from the left to the right and the right to the left.
It's BJ, Stelly, and Boney.
Clark with a quick throw and nobody out there.
Just a little bit out of rhythm there.
2nd down, 3rd down and 1 coming up. Run that draw play with McFarland.
Yeah, now wouldn't be a bad time for that because, if he gets 2 yards, then he may get 10 the way he runs the ball.
They'll send those 3 receivers left side, or right side again. One over here to the left, the short side of the field for the Tours. On 3rd down and 1. And they will give it to McFarland, and he will get a first down. Gets it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line, which will stop the clock for a moment. 3:11 to go.
Yeah, just a straight handoff to McFarland right up the middle, and that tends to work when you need a yard or two and you got a big, strong running back like that.
Same formation, same people. McFarland to the left of Clark in the backfield. He will throw. Clark zips it over the middle. That is caught.
That's
nice
VJ.
play.
Yep, Caleb VJ.
VJ to the 15-yard line. It'll be first down Tours at the 15 with 2:50 to go.
VJ is listed as a 6'3", 210-pound tight end junior basketball player. Won the dunk contest for the team last year. He's a good athlete and nice throw and catch from Clark to VJ.
Clark running on first down. Clark to throw. over the middle. That's in heavy traffic and incomplete. A lot of people had their hands on it, but nobody caught it. Intended for Elliott.
Yeah, intended for Gavin Elliott there. He was in the crowd. He was double covered for sure with another guy behind him. He makes a lot of catches. That would have been a tough one.
That stops the clock at 2:31. Tours need 2 scores here, trailing by 13. But they do have a couple of timeouts. They'll send 2 receivers to the right, 1 out here to the left. Wingman also on the left side. McFarland remains in the backfield with Clark. Man goes in motion, and Clark will throw. Zips it into the end zone, incomplete.
No flag. Stelly might have got hit a little early there, but that was in the end zone, right at the goal line. Pretty well thrown ball.
Yeah, and the only place, the only person who would have caught it was Stelly. And it's Sulphur going to use a timeout here.
Interesting timeout call there with
the clock stopped.
But it is 3rd and 10, and this isn't a big play.
Yeah, because your field goal is not going to do you any good. So
right.
You're going to have to get a touchdown here as soon as possible.
So Mitch Red here with the broadcasting legend Bruce Merchant and Tornado Radio Network. Just wrapping up here the 4th quarter. Sulphur's down 27-14. Been a pretty well played game for them, but down 13 with 2 minutes 25 seconds to go. Lafayette, 3rd-year returning quarterback Zan Saunier is really kind of taken over the second half and guided the Lions to 3 touchdown drives. And a lot of that was on his shoulders, and he did a great job. Tours look a little tired, like we've talked about, but all in all, they've played pretty well. And it's not over yet, Bruce.
3rd and 10. And comes in motion from right to left. Clark will throw. Got time. Throws it behind McFarland. And it'll be 4th down and 10 now. The last play of the Golden Tours if they cannot pick up the first down here at least. Ball is at the 15-yard line.
It's interesting. Braylon Walker's not been in the game this drive. I don't know. I see him on the sideline, helmet in his hand.
He was playing defense earlier.
I don't know if he's hurt or I don't know.
Don't think so. Got helmet in his hand. He's standing there watching.
Good time to have him out there.
So 4th down. 4-man rush. Clark to throw. Zips it toward the end zone over the head of his intended receiver. That is Boney.
Yeah, it's intended for Jack Boney at about the 3-yard line. Would have been a first down, but it was a little high, and Boney couldn't quite get to it. So, yeah, turnover on downs. Lafayette will be in a position to run out the clock.
Sulphur's got 1 timeout. So they'll have to pick up 1 first down to keep it that way. But the 15. It'll be 1st and 10 Lions. They'll send receivers out there just for show and to spread the defense out a little bit. Now they have 2 tight ends. They lean forward.
Your power game here.
Yep, this is the quarterback, Saunier, to the 30, the 35, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 38-yard line. They got to keep the clock running. Interesting.
Yeah, now they stopped it. They did.
Yeah, for the first down.
First down.
But now they'll start it.
Huh.
So maybe they figure it's getting dark. Lions will stay unbeaten on the year.
It'll be 2-0 in district too for them. That's going to be a lot of excitement in Lafayette High with Coach Figueroa and a 3-0 team, and 2 district wins.
Yeah, how are you going to do that when not everybody's going to play the same number of district games as Sulphur takes their last time out?
Yeah, I have no idea how district's going to work, playoffs are going to work, seeding.
My impression was the playoffs were going to be the same. No, it can't be.
They have power ratings. Yeah, they have power ratings. I don't know if they're going to reduce the number of playoffs.
I think so.
Because there's just so many. Well, I guess there's not that many schools not playing. Just locally, we have that.
Yeah, just here. I think you're going to take 24, and the top 8 will get a bye. I think that's how it's going to work. 16 will play the first, and then 16 will play the second week.
Not a bad way to do it. There's so many moving parts with every aspect of life right now, Bruce, from a radio station with a tower down to courthouse with damaged property to schools that aren't open. And so just to have football, if Sulphur can get it going and get in that top 24, I think they're capable of doing that. Get in the playoffs and see what happens.
2nd and 4. Or Mighty Lions from their own 44-yard line as they lead by 13 here late in the 4th. And Saunier will keep it himself out across the 45 to 48. It looks like it will be a first down. If so, they can just take a knee. I think the Lions the Tours have used their final timeout. So now they can just go into victory formation if they choose to.
So I count about 35 Tours on the sidelines, 11 on the field. So probably 45 guys, 46
gentleman next
guys.
to me said they were like 47 or something.
Yeah, dressed out. Yeah, a few guys that I didn't see down here. So maybe 50. Not what you typically see, but it's not a typical year.
Well, they're going to run it. Let's say it's into Sulphur territory, and they'll only have to do it one more time if they choose to. Well, yeah, they've started the clock, so the play clock. So one more play left.
So next week, the Tours will be at Southside on Friday night. The week after that, we'll be back here at home playing against Como on Saturday. Don't know a game time yet here, as with 25 seconds, Lafayette will take the last snap.
Halloween. 31st,
Halloween,
yeah.
yes.
And they will take the knee, and that will do it.
That's going to wrap it up with 14 seconds to go. Clock will run out. The kids will shake hands. So, Bruce, all in all, not a bad showing by the Tours. Playing their first game of the season, playing a team that has got 2 games under their belt and that has practiced and conditioned many more weeks than Sulphur was able to. They don't make excuses. Coach Towery won't make an excuse, but we saw it up here. There was a lot of fatigue and some tired guys, and a 14-7 lead at halftime. And so a lot of good things that
give credit to Lafayette for making some changes at halftime.
They did, yeah. And Zan Saunier, I mean, he's been impressive since he was a sophomore. And, he's just, I'm just glad we don't have to see him anymore. Maybe in the playoffs or something, but really, really good player. And Coach Figueroa's got a good start going at Lafayette. So as for Sulphur, Coach Towery's going to be pleased, I think, with what he saw. He's going to see more things than we did that need to be corrected. That's
the turnover late,
right?
The bad snap that was a problem, and I think they turned it over twice. We did have an interception, but nothing happened with that. But I think you're right. Overall, it was pretty good for a new coach and a new system in a bizarre situation.
Yeah, with all the adversity these guys have had. So. Just to recap real quick, if you joined late, Sulphur scored early in the game on a 3-yard pass from Jacob Clark to Gavin Elliott. Lafayette answered that with a 65 or so yard run by Zan Saunier in the first half, got loose on a read option that he did a great job with and outran the Tours to the end zone. Sulphur answered with a touchdown run of about 25 yards from Tag Stelly on a nice jet sweep. That brought the score to 14-7 in favor of the Tours at halftime. Second half, the Lions came out and just really put a they just put it on the Tours in the second half. Let's just say it. I mean, they scored 3 touchdowns. Zan Saunier took over. You could see the Tours maybe getting tired, but nevertheless, good game, good day for the city of Sulphur and the fans that were here.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to the season. We appreciate the legend, Bruce Merchant, filling in for us this afternoon. It was a lot of fun. It's an honor for me, Bruce. You've called more games than anybody I know.
Thank you.
And it was fun to be in the booth with you. And
I've always tell people it beats working for a living.
I can understand. I can understand. Well, yeah, to me, it's a hobby and it's something to do.
It's a hobby for me, but
it's keep the brain working and stay involved. And it's fun and it keeps kind of involved with the game. And that's what I like. And So don't have to be good at it. I just have to enjoy it. And
That's
that's
it.
all I'm worried about.
That's
So
all you got to do.
anyway, so we are going to wish everybody a pleasant good evening from Matt Walker Stadium. Final score: Lafayette Mighty Lions go to 3-0, defeat the Tours 27-14. Lafayette 2-0 in District 3-5A. Tours 0-1 on the season, 0-1 in 3-5A. But some good things to come. So hope everybody has a good evening, good weekend. Stay safe out there, and we're going to sign off at this time from Tornado Radio Network. And